epic.
What's up?
So epic.
Shout out E. Hey, shout out E for making a great pre-show sequence, man. That shit's fire. I tell you what.
Appreciate you.
Always cooking.
Absolutely. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? This is your favorite uncensored, unbiased sports show in the land. We got your boys E. We got Damian back for another NBA segment, and your boy Matty Ice. Coach is feeling a little under the weather tonight. Ben is dealing with some personal stuff, so we will roll on without them tonight. Boys, how we feeling?
You know,
it's another cold week in Florida. Gotta love it.
He don't want to hear that, bro. He does not want to hear that.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Oh, goodness gracious.
What's it been like 60?
No, it's been 40.
No, it's been, each morning's been in like the low 40s.
Do y'all remember when I said it felt kind of good outside and it was 32 because it felt warmer than usual? That's
horrible.
That's my life right now.
Damn. But nonetheless, we are all thriving, surviving. Hope you guys too. If y'all are hanging with us, spend your Wednesday evening with us. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Make sure you're subscribing to all of our channels. We post every social media platform: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and going live tonight on YouTube, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. So wherever you watch one, we appreciate you guys. Doesn't take it just us to make this page possible. It's y'all in the chats in the community. So we appreciate you guys. Tonight we're gonna hit some NBA per usual. We're gonna try to keep it. Recently we've been going pretty long here. We're gonna try to keep it short tonight. We'll start of course with NBA since we got the King here at the bottom. After that we're gonna hit some NHL. We're gonna talk some hockey. Then we have the college football playoff. It is coming to an end. But we had two great matchups with Penn State and Notre Dame in the Orange Bowl, and then Ohio State and Texas in the Cotton Bowl. So we'll get to that later. And then finally, we'll hit our bread and butter, the NFL. First week of the wild card round is complete. We had some pretty decent matchups, some actually pretty big blowouts. But nonetheless, we'll go ahead and get to that as well. And we will preview divisional weekend. So with that being said, let's hit the court.
Yes, sir.
Missing my fellow NBA connoisseur buddy, Coach Saul. Hope you're feeling better, bud.
I'll step in. I'll step in and help out as well. Do my best.
Sir. You wanna hit up the East for us real quick?
Yeah, we'll start with the East. Not too much movement going on in the East. Cleveland is still on top. Yep, Cleveland's still looking on top, 34-5, looking like a pretty big juggernaut in the East. Second place, we got the Boston Celtics. They're about 6 games back of Cleveland, so I'm talking a pretty big gap there.
They're kind of quiet lately too. You're not hearing much about the Celtics recently.
Not too much. I don't know if they got some injuries going on or if they just kind of just peaked a little bit. But nonetheless, they are looking at second. Falling 3 games back behind that is the New York Knicks, Knickerbockers, as they like to say.
Don't call them the Knits.
Knits, no Knits. Third place is New York. And fourth place is our beloved Orlando Magic. Not too close behind them is the Milwaukee Bucks. They are actually playing tonight. We'll go over that when we get to our Orlando Magic segment. And all the way in dead last is no shocker, the Washington Wizards. Is there any hope for this team, or is it just going to be a continued shit show for?
They're about to turn it around and go to the championship.
Yeah, here we go.
That's what I like. That's what I like hearing.
If I'm Washington, I'm in full tank mode right now. Holy, there's no turning that around. Sorry.
Why are you tanking when you're about to go to the championship? Oh.
You played almost 40 games and you have less than 10 wins. That's really bad.
I'm just saying.
That's pretty pathetic. They're running
about to turn this around. That's what's about to happen.
Yeah,
they're also riding.
Station.
Not to mention they're also riding a 7-game losing streak. So,
Oof.
yeah, it's not looking too hot for them right now.
No, they are.
I wonder how their ticket sales are doing.
They're probably.
I got season tickets for free. What you mean?
I was about to say. They have to pay you
But
to
cut
watch
you a
that
good deal,
game.
huh?
They told me they were giving me gas money for the commute and everything.
Wow, that's a far commute from where you live, right? You live about what, an hour and a half?
It's like Baltimore's an hour. It's like a 3-hour trip.
Oh, Louis.
2 hour, 2.5, something like that.
Yeah.
Imagine
actually,
like a Wizards Pelicans game.
That sounds like the best game of the year.
It's a game of the year right there.
Mm-hmm. I'd go. I'd pay premium dollars to get that seat.
I mean, you could probably sit courtside for cheap, right?
$20. We'll let you talk to the players. You can sit on the bench. It's horrible. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness, I would easily eat that up.
I'd still go.
One team that's really looking surprising that didn't last year was the Detroit Pistons. What are your thoughts on that? We have 29-19. They're above 500 for the first time in a couple years. Actually, they've already exceeded their amount of wins they had from last year. I believe they only had 14 wins last year.
It was really bad. It was what did they have? They had the longest losing streak in NBA history or something. I believe last year.
I mean, it was piss poor.
Yeah.
They got Cunningham's turning that shit around. Cunningham's a beast.
Yeah, he's their guy for sure.
Absolutely. Running 8-2 in their last 10, so they're.
I know. 2K. I'm ball with that. I'm ball with Cunningham on 2K.
Cunningham, yeah. I
told you, I'm the same in 2K as I am with Madden. I just pick really bad teams and just see what I can do. Like that's. I don't want to fucking go in there and just win a bunch.
Right.
I want to struggle a little bit, you know.
You need to save the Wizards franchise, man.
I've done that on 2K. The last 2K, I can't do it anymore.
I believe
it's up to them.
If we do the Wizards deep dive, and you play as them during a 2K run, I feel like they're going to turn the season around.
I thought that about my team in Madden because I did that thing where I played like from the season point, and we went to the Super Bowl and we won. I thought that was going to be my reality, and that didn't happen. So I don't think that's much hope for the Wizards.
Sorry to hear about that, buddy. Let's go out west. It's pretty much the same story as well. We got OKC sitting high and mighty, 33-6.
Here you go.
Said talk to me nicely.
You gotta make it first, and I'll talk nice.
Rockets sitting in that second spot, 26-12. Grizzlies 25-15. Nuggets. I don't think the Nuggets were in there last week. 24-15. They're just one game behind that third spot. So, and then in fifth place is actually the Clippers. A new LA team has snuck their way into that top 5. 21-17.
I'll shake my head the rest of the show. No, I'm playing. I'm not kidding.
Just a little bit of a shakeup in that top 5, but all the way at the bottom, no surprise. Actually, not doing as bad as of late is the Pelicans, who are 9-32, still abysmal, but better than the Wizards. So,
yeah, sorry,
not the worst team in the league. Oh God.
Yep, you got that right.
I just don't care.
So, very notably, the Lakers are sitting at 7th, 20-17. They were 5th last week. The Suns are sitting at 11th, 19-20. And the Warriors are behind the Suns, but still have the same record, sitting in that 12th spot, 19-20. The three all-time superstars that are still in the league at their big old ages, not doing so well in the West right now. What are the thoughts?
I mean, season's still young. I think there's some time where still some time. I mean, I think for the Warriors, it should be no excuse though, because I mean, they started. They were. I think they were top 3 for the majority of the beginning of the season. They
were doing good.
fallen drastically.
Lakers in the same boat.
Yeah,
Lakers are season good.
That is true. They did.
Absolutely. What's gotten into the What's gotten into the Clippers?
Just I don't know.
You think it's a new arena, maybe?
New. Yeah, they're probably feeling it out. They're probably could be
Feeling hot.
I don't know.
Oh gosh, where's the call-in line?
Oh no.
Shit. Hey, if that's what you want to do, when we get to that football segment, I got you. I'll send you the link.
Oh no! Oh, we're so cooked.
The Cavaliers and OKC, the 2 titans in the NBA, they will play tomorrow.
Ooh, that's a must-watch game.
The Cavaliers snuck the first one. They got it. Do they sneak it again? Do they take the second game in a row against OKC?
Nah, I'm saying Thunder win at home.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna say Thunder getting revenge.
The Cavs have won 13 of their last 14, with their only loss coming to the Pacers, and OKC has won 18 of their last 19, and their only loss was to that Cavaliers team. So it's going to be a great game. Please tune into that game. You are going to watch some great basketball from 2 very dominant teams this year.
Oh yeah, I mean that could be easily be a championship preview.
Absolutely. Love a good East-West Titan throwdown. So.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Any more thoughts on the standings, fellas?
There was one thing I'd forgotten. So one of my buddies at work, he's not, I wouldn't say a huge 76ers fan, he's a Paul George fan, so wherever team Paul George goes to, he roots for that team. But talking about the 76ers, 15-23, they had a pretty decent start. They were still within the top 10 in the East, but they just
start.
They were horrible to start. They're picking it up now.
Oh, right. I don't know who I got them mixed up with, but
only after we saw.
Right. That's right, because we had the whole segment. I totally forgot about that. I'm tripping. I think I was mixed up. I was mixing up somebody. Anyways, they have a huge injury book too. They have Embiid's been hurt pretty much the last several weeks. Drummond can't play. Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Drummond hasn't been playing very much. So they've been really hurt at the center position.
Yeah, it's tough because Embiid really, he's their guy, and
he's their big money guy.
Yeah, a lot of that pressure is now gone to Maxey, Paul George, but I mean, they like we talked about, they have a really good roster, and it's surprising that they were that bad to start in the first place, and maybe it was just the chemistry was off. I don't know, but
right.
I mean, they're not doing too bad as of late, so you're welcome, Sixers. No rules, just sports. Just helped you turn your season around a little bit. So
the coaches were listening. They were like, you know what, these guys got a point.
They're right.
You know?
Not doing too bad. They're only 2 games behind the Bulls, so I think they'll be able to catch them.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they make the postseason, get knocked out in the first round. Sorry.
Savagery.
I do really love the fact that the Cavs have been able to keep up their dominance. I mean, 5 losses in the season. That's crazy.
It's super impressive. Honestly,
I think it's to be able to see all that. So I mean, that's one team that I do like to see that happening to, because I just feel like they always lived in fucking LeBron's shadow for the longest time. It's just nice to see them doing something without him. I mean, I know they haven't had like crazy bad seasons without him, but just to see them at the top, only 5 losses without him, is just, I think it's good for them moving forward, because they can finally be like, look, we're doing this without him for once, you know?
Yeah, it's a great franchise, and it's the team looks amazing. And you're absolutely right. It is great to see a post-LeBron Cavaliers team do so well, and hopefully they make a real good run this year because they've earned it. So it would be really nice to see the Cavs versus the Thunder.
That'd be a fight. I get some hella ratings. That's for sure.
Do we have that coming up?
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Is it? I can't. I have to turn that on.
I'm saying in like a finals matchup. Oof,
oh yeah, absolutely.
You'd have some new champions, some new finals MVPs. That would be nice too.
That's the thing. That's one thing with all sports. When you start seeing teams that have never made it, that's what makes it exciting. Because I'm not saying never made it, but haven't made it in the last couple of years, and it's because you get tired of seeing the same fucking teams over and over. Like football has got to that point. It's like the same teams over and over and over. It's just it gets repetitive, gets boring for the people that aren't fans of those particular teams. So it's cool that I would love to see that, especially because Thunder were dominant for a while, but never could punch that ticket.
No, the one time they made it to the finals, LeBron had to send him home. So
that's what I'm saying. So I mean, and that was back with KD and Westbrook, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was 2012 finals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
young KD, Russ, and James Harden.
That is one person that I do like to see being able to turn his, because Russell hasn't been much in Alaska. Like he kind of fell off the map. Nobody really talked about him. He bounced around team to team. It's cool to see.
Really rough.
It's cool to see him like finding his place with Denver. Like he's passing the ball. Him and Joker are playing great together. Like their chemistry is crazy. I think that's literally all I see.
I think the conversation, on top of being praised for how great of a player Russ actually is, needs to be: is Russ the second best player on that Denver team? Has he taken that spot from Jamal Murray?
Like we talked about a while back, Jamal Murray it's like the regular season, he just doesn't give a shit.
It's true.
You know what I mean? And my thing is like, okay, cool, you're a good playoff caliber player and you come alive in the playoffs, but your team can't get there unless you're fucking playing. You know what I mean? Like, put the effort in. And I think it's good to see that Westbrook came in and was like, you know what? I am going to do that. You know what I mean? And the fact that he's been back to – because if you remember, when Westbrook was doing his thing and he was in his prime, he was putting up triple-doubles like crazy. He was on pace to set records and shit. And it's cool to see him back to that. It's back to him putting up triple-doubles multiple games since he's been in Denver.
Alongside Jokic getting
– that's what I'm saying. In the same games, they're both hitting triple-doubles. It's wild. Yeah, I mean, that's when like my NBA like feed on my social media, whatever, like it's just them two, like just doing shit back to back. It's cool to see that, especially because like I mean, we know Joker's good. He might be a boring dude, but he's a crazy good player.
He's fantastic.
It's cool to see that, and like I said, I do have ties with Denver because I was a Melo fan for so long. I rooted for Denver for years. So it's cool to see them being able, and they've been doing it for years. I'm saying that this year is so special. They've been doing it for years, but it's cool to see that too because like I said, I rooted for them for so long.
I wish Melo would have won a ring. I really do.
I do too.
Yeah.
I mean, like, he's one of my favorite players. I mean, he was my favorite player when he was on the court. Obviously, the end of his career wasn't what we all wanted for him. He hit some bad slumps.
Yeah.
His last year wasn't terrible. He finally started doing a little something, but it wasn't nothing like the Melo we know.
No, he became a role player, but he knew when to hang it up. So you got to respect that as well.
Yeah.
But it would have been really nice to see him.
Would you argue that he is one of the best players to not win a ring?
For sure. Him, Allen Iverson, definitely those two.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's one of the best offensive players to not win a ring. His offensive game was fucking unreal.
Yeah.
The way he could score, no matter what kind of adversity he had, was just something that was next to none at that time when he was in his prime. you couldn't guard him, man.
I mean, he was battling prime Kobe. It was like back and forth. It's crazy.
Definitely. Oh, one thing before we get to our Orlando Magic segment. We had discussed, I believe it was last week, we discussed why the NBA is losing viewers. I think that was that video we showed last week.
Yep.
I kind of want to bounce back to that really quick, and I want to ask you guys who are watching in the chat, y'all can answer this as well. You can chime in. What can the NBA do to gain back those viewers? Obviously they're trying. NBA got too many games. Okay.
I don't think it's that.
I don't think so either. It's the effort. The players they're so rich, they're so talented that they don't have anything to prove. There's no like. I seen somebody say it a while ago, and it kind of resonated with me, where they said you got a bunch of guys who really know how to play basketball who don't care about basketball. They don't love basketball like that. They don't care about history. They don't care about none of that. They care about, oh, I get to play basketball for a paycheck, a big paycheck. Absolutely. I get to play basketball to be famous. Absolutely. Sign me up.
And I feel like it's like they come into the league, they ball hard to get that check, and that's it. At the end of the day, I think, though, too, is that even like I said, I love the 3-point shot. That does play a part. Like that one clip we played a couple weeks ago where it was like 10+ exchanges of just them dribbling down, no pass, shoot a three, miss. Went down, and it was back. It was just misses. It wasn't even like they were hitting them. You know what I mean? Like, as much as I love the 3-point shot, the dunks and like the aggressiveness, that physicality is what people like to watch. You go, for instance, even football, think about this. Look at the most viewed videos on YouTube. It's the hard hits that don't happen no more. You watch the basketball clips, it's the old shit where they used to be scrapping and they didn't call fouls. The amount of foul, like people are scared. Even the ones that do want to play are scared to play defense now because they're going to get called for a fucking foul. You fucking blow on somebody now. It's like, oh, you blew on their face, foul. It just, I'm all for all sports trying to be more safe for the health of players, but you also have to understand it's still sports. People don't want to see. There was the reason why back in the day in Rome and shit, there were gladiators was a thing because people like, it sounds bad, but people like violence and physicality. It's just the reality of it.
Yeah, I agree. I think the league needs to be a little less sensitive about like just the physicality of the game, because it is, and the refs are just like calling ticky-tack fouls every single game, and it's just like it's almost a point where they kind of ruin the game. And I don't know, it's just there's a lot of micro issues, and it's all adding up to be one big issue, and it's solvable. It's just, I mean, you got to find the solution.
The solvable thing is like, how do you get to change that many players' mentalities? Because the mentalities is what's killing it. So it's like, what do you do? Just clean sweep? You know what I mean? Like, it's like the NBA is gonna have to find a way. How do we incentivize them to put more effort into it? And I think the cups definitely help, because during those final cup games, like the in that semifinal, they were balling because they wanted that $500,000 check. You shouldn't have to do that, but how do you incentivize that throughout the season without having to have cups? Like what can the NBA do to incentivize players to put their all into it?
And they can't rely on their big three stars, because probably in the next 5 years there won't be a LeBron, a Kevin Durant, or a Stephen Curry. All those guys, they're up there. I'm sorry, they're just not going to play that long. Curry's already talking about it. Braun's talking about it. KD is going to be next. Once he looks around and he sees, well, my guys aren't here no more. Why would I want to be here? I ain't got nothing to prove left.
Benji, Kings of Coffee, Benji is dealing with some personal stuff tonight. He was not able to make it on. We're sending condolences to his family.
And just for anybody that didn't hear, too, Coach is feeling under the weather, so he wasn't able to make it tonight either.
Absolutely. But Cool.
All right.
We
Yeah,
hit.
so- I just want to. I was curious because it kept popping up. That same video kept popping up on my feed. So I just want to get. I don't know if you guys had a different.
It's a
take on
big
it.
topic right now.
Yeah,
It's a huge topic.
Mm-hmm.
it is. But obviously, the NBA. Don't get me wrong. NBA is not going anywhere anytime soon. It's not gonna.
No, and
it's,
they're aware of it.
it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, they're aware of the issue. I just saw a video actually about an hour ago about the commissioner talking about it because they were pressing him about it, like, hey, you know, and he's like, well, that's the thing. What is the solution? We still have to figure that out.
And he's a great commissioner. I think he was appointed, I think he was the right person for that job.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. I do like the in-season tournament. I think it's a nice incentive to get players to try hard, and you know it counts. It's not only does it count for like an extra accolade added to your career and a bonus paycheck, but it counts towards your actual record. So that's great too. Need more of that.
Yeah.
It would have been nice if the Magic won.
True. It would have.
Speaking of.
Speaking of.
Hey, hey, hey! Lord! Bow! You took my money.
That was really smooth.
I like, yeah, that was a good transition.
I love how you threw that out there, and it was just like, speaking of, right? That was great.
Boop, boop. Hey,
Do you want to
hey.
start with your clips or you want to start with you talking about him?
Oh, wait. Let me just say, ladies and gentlemen, I can't even say it properly. If Coach Saul
You
was here, you
can't.
know how it would be. Paolo Banchero.
I got you. Paolo Bentero.
No,
Is that
that
good?
wasn't it either.
Nobody does
Okay,
like
do it, coach.
You know, I should have thought about that. I should have clipped him saying it. That way I could have brought it on the
Yes.
screen just for that.
True. He's back. All right. He is back. He is now
He is
played
so back.
2 games. If you want to roll the clip, it was a compilation
First
of
game?
his first game. Yeah.
Close, yeah. Paolo drills it. That strength made it tough. Here's Banchero attacking, driving, lays it in. He's on a 10-0 run. Banchero, top of the arc for 3, drills it.
He's looking good, man.
He is so back.
Yeah.
Oh my god. We suck at it. How about the announcer guy on TV? He sucks at it too.
Banchero.
Bentero.
Listen,
What?
34 points in his return game on 21 shots, 26 minutes against the Bucks. Unfortunately, they lose to the Bucks 109-106 beyond. Giannis had a 41-point game, so it's kind of hard to get over that. But what a return for a young superstar in the making.
That was a statement comeback game.
I think it's cool to see somebody be able to bounce back that fast.
For sure.
Absolutely.
They didn't even try. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Coach, I hope you're feeling well, by the way. We missed you tonight. Hopefully I have you back next week.
Magic do go on to beat the Sixers in their previous game, 104-99. Cole Anthony, we've been talking about him a lot lately. He led all scorers, 27 points. Banchero and Isaac also poured in 20.
I say Isaac off the bench. Jonathan Isaac had dropped 20.
We did talk a little bit bad about Jonathan Isaac. I mean, at least I have lately. So it's nice to see him get some shine in. If you want to roll that second clip of Paolo.
Banchero will drive it against George. Overpowers PG. P5 takes it to the rack.
Man, he cooked PG. He cooked PG's ankles, bro.
Yeah, sorry for your boy who likes Paul George.
Oh, yes. Oh Lord.
Yeah, he just out-muscled him, got right to the
Smoked
rack.
him.
Love seeing it, man. Love
Facts,
seeing
coach.
it. Their next
Don't
game-
forget Anthony Black too. He dropped 17 on, I guess, the Sixers. So
Yeah, And
painful just
they're still missing the Wagners, and Jalen Suggs is out still. So
Suggs, and then I think once they get those
Have
two
we
back,
had
it
any?
can be.
Have we had any of the NBA's awesome updates about Franz?
no, but when Paolo came back, they dropped like 3 updates back to back. It was like questionable.
Game time decision.
Won't play. Might play Friday. Questionable for Friday. Playing Friday. It was like, okay, thank you.
I'm sure the people. That's what the people needed to see.
Keep those updates coming.
Absolutely.
Their next game, which I believe
Tonight.
is it tonight or tomorrow?
Tonight. It is tonight.
Tonight. They're getting their chance at redemption. They get another shot at these Bucks. So tune in. We'll see how it goes.
What's your prediction?
I think Magic get it done tonight. I do.
It's in Milwaukee, by the way. It's in Milwaukee.
It is in Milwaukee. They're
Kinda
still without
pretty tough
Suggs.
place. Yeah. Still no Suggs, but they got Paolo back.
They got Paolo.
So I think because Paolo's playing really well, I think they will get their revenge. I think Magic will bounce back tonight. Milwaukee, Vegas says Milwaukee's 6.5 point favorite. I call bullshit.
Yeah, well, let the Magic do their thing. They've been proving people wrong all season, so
Absolutely.
let
And
them
then
continue to do that.
Friday, Magic by
50.
50.
Cold.
I'm
Okay.
surprised he's not talking shit, saying you guys better stop talking like that. You didn't say that last time. You didn't say that last time.
I know. I'm sure he's thinking it though. Magic pay a visit to the Boston Celtics on Friday as well. It's a primetime ESPN game. That'll be great. That'll be some great basketball to watch.
I got Magic there too. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, like you said, the Celtics have kind of just peaked a little bit. So
Yeah,
this
we'll see.
will definitely help come playoff time.
It will.
They're
Absolutely.
desperate. Hey,
I
Coach.
I hope the Magic get a good spot in that playoffs.
Sure, Coach. When we go to the game? Yeah, Damien. When we go to the game?
We still got to figure that out. Maybe when they're playing
Playing
Washington.
the Lakers? Oh, Washington.
Washington. It was a guaranteed dub. That's fucked.
That's
fucked.
Let's see. Did they play? Did they already play Nope, they play the Wizards Sunday the 23rd
Of this month?
of February.
Oh.
Sunday,
That's
February
not too bad.
23rd.
That's not too bad.
Oh, that week they play the that's a great week for them because they play. Well, that Friday before they play the Grizzlies, so it's like a big home stretch for them. So they play the Grizzlies and they play the Wizards. That Tuesday they play the Cavs at home, which is gonna be that'll be a hot ticket. And then they have the Warriors come to town on that Thursday.
It's a good 4-game stretch.
Yeah, good 4-game stretch. And then they play the Raptors in back-to-back home games. So they have like a 7-game home stretch in the end of February into March.
You gotta love that though. I would love to be an NBA team that has a 7-game home stretch. That's wonderful.
For sure. No traveling, none of that. I think I mentioned Lakers do come to town Monday, March 24th.
Mm-hmm. I thought about going to that game. It's around my birthday time, but
Come
we'll
on,
see.
man.
See what happens.
True. So, all right. That's gonna
All
do
right.
it.
Thoughts on the Magic? We're all good.
Yeah, I'm excited. Paolo's back. I'm excited to see him racking up. When's trade deadline?
It should be pretty soon.
Probably the next month or so.
I believe it is in February. I might be
Gotcha.
wrong, but I believe it is.
Is it safe to say pretty much the Magic are safe from being buyers or sellers?
February 8th.
February 8th. Okay.
I heard
So we
conversations
got
about
3
Cole
weeks.
Anthony.
Cole
People were
Anthony.
saying they need to trade Cole Anthony, but I mean, not the way he's been playing lately.
Yeah.
If they do, then he's raised his trade stock.
Absolutely.
Maybe a little bit more for him.
It's true, but I just want to trade him. If I'm the Magic, I'm not trading any of my pieces right now.
No, you need especially with the health of this team. You need everyone you can get.
And they're all super young, and they could all just keep getting better and keep growing. And I think that's such a beautiful thing for this team. So
Exactly.
So they will play the Bucks tonight.
What's up, Jake?
Jay, what's good, baby?
And for our final segment of the NBA, we have this segment we started last week. It's called the Rose, and just like the Bucks, we are talking about Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Good. That's a good pronunciation.
Can anybody spell it?
Hell no.
Not off the top of my head.
Okay.
I can spell his first name. Whenever I have to do his clips and I talk about him, I copy his name from Google and just paste it everywhere.
I did the same thing when I wrote my notes today.
Just have Siri say it.
He just has a thing about only wearing winning teams, quote unquote. And he just hasn't been wearing Cowboys jerseys at all this season.
Exactly. That, and also, I meant to say this before when we began the show, honoring LA. LA's going through a rough time right now, so all our thoughts and prayers to them.
It's been really rough.
So, exactly. So,
do you want to go ahead and run the clip for Giannis?
No, let's save it. I gotta get this.
Okay.
This monumental.
Hope that last comment real quick. I didn't see it.
Monumental.
That missed a good game on
stat
Sunday. That game, man. Yeah, that's I heard about it. That's one of the team giving his own. That actually isn't true.
Bro, I ain't never seen somebody pull out so many different jerseys and hats and shit than Matt does, bro.
Really
I'll tell you what, though. Don't worry, we got
Hey,
you.
Bird Gang.
Oh God, where's Deuce at? But
yeah.
All right. So
yeah, back to you, King.
currently, this is I'm going to name 3 currents, and then we'll just go into the accolades. He is currently the season leader in points per game, 31.5, while also averaging 11.9 rebounds and 6.2 assists. He is the current season leader in fast break points per game with 5.7. He is the current season leader in points scored in the paint per game, 20.9. Giannis is just an incredible player. He's still incredible. He is a one-time NBA champion, a one-time Finals MVP, a 2-time NBA MVP, a one-time NBA Defensive Player of the Year, a one-time NBA Most Improved Player, a one-time NBA in-season tournament champion that was this year. He's a one-time NBA in-season tournament MVP that was also this year, 8-time All-Star, 8-time All-NBA, 5-time All-Defensive, 1-time All-Rookie, 50 career triple-doubles. In 11 years, he was drafted 15th in 2013. Giannis Antetokounmpo, what a star in this league.
Tip my hat to that.
The Greek.
That's a crazy accolades right there.
That is something like.
And he's not done yet.
And you know what? And you know what's crazy about him too is that I love the way he thinks, like the way his mentality is. I've seen so many like clips of him just speaking, and the way he thinks about the game, the way he thinks about life is admirable. So it's not only is he a good player, but to me, he seems like a really good person as well.
Yes, absolutely. Nothing but love for Giannis. He's
a Raptor player.
Damn, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
No, somebody did that with a Wemby jersey.
Oh, really?
That's crazy.
There's a picture with the kid with the jersey, and then the next day it was on eBay. And it's like game worn, authenticated, bro. And it's like the kid was like 5.
You can't do that to a 5-year. Come on.
Absolutely crazy.
Oh shit! Didn't mean to do that. Sorry, guys.
We all got tight together.
What?
Oh.
Huh?
No diddy.
He retweeted it.
He did retweet it too. Yeah. You want to play that?
It's kind of fucked.
You want to play that Giannis clip?
Yes, sir.
Not to call it. Booker the drive, gets inside, leans in, knocked away and stolen by Holiday. Phoenix has to foul, and Antetokounmpo throws it down. And a foul. Giannis on the alley-oop. What a turnaround. A chance to take the lead and the turnover. as the Bucks now up by 3 and a free throw coming up.
What a play by Drew Holiday. Gets into the pitcher, comes up with the strip. Turning the basketball over and then off to the races. Could have held it out. Instead, made the right read. Throws it up where only Giannis can catch it. Finishes it with the contact.
And bad decision to foul because this would make it a 4-point game with 13.5 remaining. Phoenix still.
Man.
Goated. I totally forgot that was like the time of like they had to wear masks and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see let me see what I was talking about. Hold on. Let me see if this plays without any kind of skipping. Let me see if I can play this real quick.
Blake Brewer, what happened to your Broncos?
This is just one of the videos I was talking about here. Let me know if this skips.
I love this video.
Michael Jordan played 15 years, won 6 championships. The other 9 years was a failure? That's what you're telling me? I'm asking you a question. Yes or no? Okay, exactly. So why are you asking me that question? It's a wrong question. There's no failure in sports. You know, there's good days, bad days. Some days you are able to be successful. Some days you're not. Some days it's your turn. Some days it's not your turn. And that's what sports is about. You don't always win. Some other people's gonna win. And this year, somebody else is gonna win. Simple as that. We're gonna come back next year, try to be better, try to build good habits, try to play better, not have a 10-day stretch with playing bad basketball, you know, and hopefully we can win a championship. So 50 years from 1971 to 2021 that we didn't win a championship, it was 50 years of failures? No, it was not. It was steps to it, you know, and we were able to win one. Hopefully we can win another one.
Just thought, like I said, it's just the way he thinks about shit. It's different. And I just like the way he brought that to light.
His accent's fire. But yeah, he's definitely a role model. He's definitely a role model in the league.
No, he's incredible, man. When you talk about the best players in the league, you definitely got to mention his name.
Yeah.
You don't really appreciate the accolades until you look at him and you're like, wow.
When you start listing everything off, you're like, damn.
He's done a lot in his career, and he's only played 11 years. Could easily go for another probably 10 years and probably still be effective. I mean, he's long, he's super athletic. Giannis Antetokounmpo, ladies and gentlemen.
Except this rose.
Sure.
Except this rose. With that, I'm good. Do you guys have any more NBA thoughts you would like to?
Oh, do you want to go hit a scoreboard real quick?
Oh, let's
go ahead. I think there's only one game playing. Well, I think a couple just started.
Yeah, we got 2 games going right now. Currently, we have the New York Knicks and the 76ers. 76ers. Wow, I think I'm having a stroke. Knicks lead the Sixers 54-45 with about 2 minutes to go.
Let's do it. Your first thing, the Knicks.
Yeah, Knicks.
Knicks versus the Sixers.
Sixers.
Knicks are up.
Yep, Knicks are up 54-45, 2 minutes to go in the second.
There we go.
Celtics are up in Toronto across the border. They are up 29-25 with about 20 seconds to go in the first. Later on tonight, it's just a few minutes away. We got the Atlanta Hawks visiting the Chicago Bulls. We already talked about the Magic are visiting the Bucks tonight. Good transition, by the way, talking about Giannis.
I tried.
Absolutely. Man, yeah, I'm on one tonight. You got that right, Sean. Also starting here in a few seconds, we get the Dallas Mavericks visiting the oh-so-sorry New Orleans Pelicans. Which, by the way, New Orleans favored by 1.5 tonight.
What?
So I know. So they know something. They apparently know something. So could this really be where the Pelicans turn it around? Stay tuned and find out.
With a win over the Mavericks. Oh,
goodness. Memphis is visiting San Antonio tonight. You got the Rockets visiting Denver. That'll be actually a pretty good game. That's a good game. A couple of top teams in the West. Hornets are visiting the Jazz. That's kind of a sleeper.
Speaking of the Hornets, did you guys see LaMelo Ball? He went in. It was the fourth quarter with it was less than 4 minutes left. He took this weird floater and he bricked it, and then he fouled immediately after, and the coach sat him for the rest of the game.
I did not see that.
That's your star player, dude. You can't sit him just because he makes a bad play.
Yeah. Speaking of LaMelo,
Oh yeah.
I'm way up, I feel blessed. Oh, boy, hell no, it's too early for that. Oh my, hey dog.
Why do you
That's
scream
great.
like
smacked the
that?
shit. He screamed and smacked the shit out of the
Replay that last part till he screams. Replay that last part till he screams.
I'm way up, I feel blessed. Oh my.
That was such a dramatic slap, too.
That's what I'm saying.
Shit.
All right, coach. It took you that long to think about that, huh?
Oh,
See, when you're
my
sick.
God.
Don, don't give it to him, bro.
He's as sassy as hell.
That's crazy.
Then we
I guess when
got,
you're sick.
then we got
Sassy.
finally found somebody taller than Shaq. That's a tall
that's
motherfucker, man.
hilarious.
You make Shaq look up. That's a whole fucking head.
Head taller.
That's a tall dude, man.
Because Shaq is what, like 6'10"?
I think he's 7 feet.
Is he 7 foot? Okay, maybe he's 7 foot.
That's crazy, man.
Shaq's also what, a size like 22, 23?
Yeah, and it's just insane.
He has to have his shoes like custom made.
Also, did you see Shaq and Dwight Howard were beefing on Twitter?
No, I didn't see that.
Were they
I guess-
really?
I guess Dwight Howard has just had enough of being disrespected by Shaq. So he's basically come fight me then. Let's actually fight.
Damn.
Which is crazy because they used to be
Shaq
next door
fuck his
neighbors when they were
world,
here in
bro.
Orlando.
Yeah, but they can't. It's two people fighting for that title of Superman.
True. But with that being said, Damien, we appreciate
Yeah,
you
man.
as always.
Thanks for having me again, fellas.
Absolutely. Catch
knock
you
it
next
out
week
of
for
the park.
another NBA segment.
You know what's weird though? We've gone this whole episode and we really haven't talked about the greatness. Can we just appreciate that a 400-year-old man is still this good, this stage in his career? I mean, let's really break it down real quick. Okay, so fellas, listen close because I'm about to speak some knowledge real quick. All right, you ready?
Hit him.
Go ahead.
Oh, he's been doing that a lot.
Oh, he's been asking for it. That's crazy. Shaq just towards Howard. Oh, 100% all day, coach. All day.
if he gets his hands on Dwight, you know what I mean? If Dwight,
You really think Shaq would beat the shit out of someone like that, though?
I mean, you pay him enough. He's all about that money.
That's true. I mean, it's all about that money. Where's Dwight living nowadays? though?
I have no idea, man. I don't even know where he's doing.
Yeah, me
I
neither.
know he was overseas for a little bit.
He's not analyzing. I would think he would be maybe an analyst or something like that, or at least doing commercials.
I have no idea.
Absolutely.
But yeah, you want to hit your rink?
Yeah, let's hit the rink. All right. Before we get to this segment, if you guys are spending your Wednesday evening with us, we appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Make sure you're following all of our pages, subscribing to all of our pages as well. We're live tonight, YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch. So wherever you're watching from, we appreciate you guys chiming in. Doesn't take us to the retirement millions. Yeah. Doesn't take us to interact with the It doesn't just take us to make this page possible. It takes you all in the community, so we appreciate you guys, everyone in the community. Absolutely. All right, we'll keep the hockey segment pretty quick tonight. Going to the standings real quick. We'll go through each division, starting with the East. In the Atlantic, the Toronto Maple Leafs have taken first with 56 points overall. They have a 27-16-2 overall record. Florida Panthers are close behind, about a point back. They have 26-16-3 overtime loss overall, 55 points. Tampa Bay Lightning close third. They have 23 wins, 16 in the loss column, and 3 overtime games with 49 points. So not looking too bad. I will say that the Atlantic is looking much stronger than I thought it would. It's a pretty big, competitive conference. So we will see come down the wire come playoff time. Moving to the Metro, Washington Caps are actually the leaders in the league right now. They have an overall record of 29-10-5, 63 points overall, with OV back as well. New Jersey Devils are playing hot hockey right now up in Newark. They have a 26-15-5 overall record, 57 points. Carolina Hurricanes have kind of leveled off a little bit. They've overcome their injury bug a little bit, but looking at 26-15-3 overall record, 55 points. They're in third place in the Metro. All right, moving on to the Western Conference. In the Central, it's been all Winnipeg Jets pretty much all season. They're currently 30-12-3 overall, 63 points. Are your Rangers back? You never know. I mean, yeah, Panthers holding strong, coach. Sean, Rangers are at 500. Season's still, I mean, it's pretty much halfway over. Ask me again in a couple weeks. Usually January is kind of a rough patch, but once you get past typically the All-Star break, that's when you can kind of light it up. Going back to the Central standings, Minnesota is in second in the Central, 27-13-4 overall, 58 points. There, Dallas Stars in third with a 28-14-1 overall record, sitting at 57 points. It's not too late. They're getting hot. Yeah, I agree with that.
So we have to ask, are the Rangers them boys?
Fuck out of here. What the fuck? Oh, Lord. Moving on to the Pacific, Vegas has pretty much been the number one all season long. They're still leading the Pacific with a 29-12-3 overall record, sitting at 61 points. Edmonton not too far behind with 27-13-3, 57 points, and the LA Kings are in third with a 24-12-5 overall record, sitting at 53 points. Now, my Anaheim Ducks continue to suck ass. Last couple games we were lucky to sneak one away from Carolina on Sunday, the 3-2 victory in Carolina. Day before on Saturday, we got our asses completely blown out by the St. Louis Blues by a final score of not the Blues. It was the Philadelphia Flyers. We got blown out 6-0. It was the game before that they got blown up by St. Louis 6-2. So I continue to say it in the last 5 years. I've witnessed it myself. This team continues to lack defense. I don't care who you bring in. I don't care what anyone says. You can't blame the goalie. It's going to be your defense. I've gone through a number of defensive coaches, and nothing's really changed. So that's until this team continues to fix the defensive problems, then this team will continue to struggle. And it's quite depressing. But nonetheless, I actually get to they are on the East Coast. They're making their Florida leg of the Eastern trip this week, so I get to go actually see him tomorrow down in Tampa, and then I'll also be traveling Saturday down to Sunrise to see him play the Panthers. Tomorrow, I'm expecting the Ducks to get blown out at least by 5 goals. Last two matches at Amalie Arena, they have been pretty much blown out by 4 or 5 goals. You blame the goalie if they suck, but I agree. That the goalie isn't our problem, Sean. John Gibson's he's probably actually one of the best goalies that will go down in Ducks history. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Sean. And then we have Lucas Stahl, who's gonna be pretty much the next up and running goalie. But nonetheless, next I don't have high hopes for tomorrow's matchup in Tampa. Last two times we've visited Emily, we have been royally fucked. Last year was really cool. I got to see him down in Florida down in Sunrise for the first time playing the Panthers. They took the victory 6-5 in overtime. I'll tell you, it was an intense game. Hopefully they can show the same energy as last year.
Y'all asked nicely. Matt will get you guys some behind the scenes videos while he's at the games.
Oh yeah, definitely. Actually, tomorrow my seat is in a place where you'll be able to see me every time the camera pans. So I'm behind. Behind, not necessarily behind the Ducks goal, but I'm kind of like adjacent to it. So I'm gonna be actually wearing that. I'll be wearing the orange jersey right there. So I'll be sticking out in a bunch of blue and black tomorrow. So I don't know if you can find the stream or not, but yeah, you'll be seeing every time.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
you gotta do some ugly faces.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Oh shit, that's natural.
Yeah, that's right. What I should do is I should bring a paper bag.
Oh hell.
Could you imagine? Shocker. That's right. You know, Sean knows me. Sean knows I'm the people call me the seat geek, the actual ticket master. I'm always able to find pretty good deals on seats. So I just love it, man. It's an addiction too, especially when your team is visiting. It's hard when your team is far away, but when they're close to you, it's very tempting. But with that being said, not too much hockey tonight. Carolina Hurricanes are visiting Buffalo. They're currently losing 3-1. It's 5 minutes to go in the third. Sabres have actually been turning. They've been playing. They haven't been playing too hot recently, but they've started to light up just a little bit. Sean say the amount of photos on my phone of Matt at sporting events on my TV. You should create you have a whole album of that, Sean? Oh Lord. And then later on tonight, coming up here pretty shortly, we have the Edmonton Oilers visiting the Minnesota Wild. That's actually a really good game. To the best teams in the West taking on in Minnesota. So see what happens with that. And yeah, that's all I got pretty much for hockey tonight. With that being said, let's go ahead and move on to college football. Exciting times in college football.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting down to the wire in the college football playoff. Throwing back to last week, we had a couple great matchups in the semifinals. Starting with the Capital One Orange Bowl happened last Thursday. We had number 7 Notre Dame taking on number 6 Penn State. And I tell you what, that was just a great game to watch. Two great quarterbacks going at it in Riley Leonard with Notre Dame and Drew Aller with Penn State. As I predicted, though, I think Riley Leonard pretty much carried Notre Dame all the way, and their astounding defense just really rocked up Drew Aller. So Notre Dame takes the dub 27-24, and they will move on to the college football championship. Y'all said I was crazy for calling PSU frauds. Yeah, that you called it, Sean. You called it. Coach Franklin clearly can't coach in big games like that. So that was a great call, Sean.
Is it that he can't coach in big games, or was his my camera? Oh, there I go. My camera was loading. I don't know if you guys hear me, but
yeah.
Or did he just get out coached by a historic coach at this point.
Marcus Freeman, by the way, yeah. Not to mention, Marcus Freeman is the first African American coach first black coach, excuse me, in history to coach a championship team. So that's actually really cool. And I meant to send you call it Fighting Irish. You got that right, Coach. I meant to send you the video of his his post game interview while they were.
I like that. I did see that. I didn't add it myself. I should have.
Can you pull it up real quick while I'm going over Notre Dame stats?
I'll see if I can find it.
For sure. Riley Leonard went 15 for 23, 223 yards, a touchdown. Had 2 interceptions though, but it really didn't matter. It was really his arm that carried the offense. And it was crazy because Notre Dame just looked absolutely dead the first half. They just had nothing going for them the entire first half. But second half came out and they just hit the ground running. I'll tell you, it paid out. So, but they definitely for next week going against Ohio State. We'll get into it in a second. They can't have that happen. Ohio State's just too, especially when they get a lead, they're just too dominant. So that's something Notre Dame's gonna have to fix going into next week. Jaden Greathouse led the team with yardage, receiving yards, 7 catches, 105 yards, and a touchdown. And game coaching big games. It's a trend, not a coincidence. All right.
Because you are the first black head coach to go to a national championship game in college football. Just hearing that response alone, how much does this mean to you?
You know, I've said this before. I don't ever want to take attention away from the team. It is an honor, and I hope all coaches, minorities, black, Asian, white, it doesn't matter, great people continue to get opportunities to lead young men like this. But this ain't about me. This is about us. And we're going to celebrate what we've done because it's something special.
No, I think it's obvious.
Yeah,
that's humbling, man. He should win an award. He should win an award for that.
I like how he just shut that down and just like, no, it's not about that.
It's not about him.
It's about the guys. It's about the team, the players.
Facts. But yeah,
I did see rumors that that there were some NFL teams already looking his way, but you know how that goes.
Honestly, I don't think I think he. I
don't see him leaving
Notre Dame. No, I don't either. I agree. I think he's fine, just fine where he's at. I was really like scratching my head. That is true. And don't get me wrong, Molly McGrath is a very nice looking lady, though.
She's she made it all.
Oh gosh, but
yeah, that's the team that I saw.
Yeah,
I saw the Bears were interested. Yeah,
definitely. But yeah, I think what I was gonna say is that when Brian Kelly left for LSU and they brought him in, I was really questioning the state of this team. I was like, are they gonna be this good? How long is it gonna take for them to rise up like they were before? But now I look at it, Brian Kelly is probably just kicking himself for leaving. And LSU, I mean, he's coaching an LSU team who really can't or aren't, they're not doing themselves any good right now. So looking on the Penn State side, Drew Aller had towards the end of the game, he pretty much had the interception that sealed the deal. They were driving down the field, but threw a pick, and that pretty much ruined it for them. Nonetheless, he went 12 for 23, 135 yards, no passing touchdowns. He had like I said, that game-ending interception with about 30 seconds to go. He gave Notre Dame the ball and let them kick the game-winning field goal with about 30 seconds left. Nicholas Singleton was pretty much the whole offense for Penn State. 15 carries, 84 yards, and 3 rushing touchdowns. And Tyler Warren, who was the who was the previous week was the offensive player of the game, could not find the end zone. He did have 6 catches for 75 yards, but he just could not find the end zone. And again, we talk about that Notre Dame secondary just being super strong. So, with that being said, Notre Dame moves on to the college football championship, and they are going to be taking on Ohio State. Let's go on to the Cotton Bowl. Ohio State played they pretty much led the entire game. It was a bit back and forth, kind of in the middle there, but towards the end, it was just all Ohio State. They take the dub against the in-state against the host state Texas Longhorns. We called most of us called it last week. We think that Ohio State was gonna have a pretty good shot at it. Let's see. Tyler Warren is an RVA legend, Matt. Oh, he went to Atlee. Wow. Yeah, Atlee was Atlee's one of the top 10. Atlee's definitely one of the top 10 area schools in Richmond for football. Moving on though, we're looking at Ohio State. Will Howard dominated 24 for 33, 289 yards and a touchdown. Did have 1 pick. Trevion Henderson led the carries, 6 carries, 42 yards. But it was really Will Howard who carried that offense. And I forgot to send you the clip as well of that strip sack on Quinn Ewers, and big man returned it for about 90 yards. I'll look him up real quick. It was Jack Sawyer who returned it 83 yards with about pretty much to seal the deal for Ohio State. But on the other side, Quentin Ewers still looked pretty decent. 23 for 39, 283 passing yards, 2 touchdowns and an interception. Windsor was the leading rusher for Texas. 17 carries, 46 yards. Didn't have it too much. Jaden Blue was the leading receiver, 5 catches, 59 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So, needless to say, it's also actually, so after losing, it was going to be a big question of Steve Sarkisian's job status in Texas. So my question is, do you think he stays in Texas, or do you think he moves on to either another college team or potentially the NFL? I know the Dallas Cowboys was one of a landing spot, potential landing spot.
Yeah, I don't know much about the guy. You can all sit here and sugarcoat shit.
Right.
I honestly don't know. I don't even really where do you go in college? I mean, he made it that far with this team, so where would you really go? You know what I mean?
That's true.
I don't know. This is one of them situations why would he leave unless he's forced out?
Yeah, that is true. I don't know why, especially, I mean, this is only his first or second year with, Texas being a top team, so I don't know why they would, they would let him go after, such a big run like this.
Exactly.
That's
what I'm saying. It wouldn't make, unless he goes to the NFL, unless he makes that jump. I don't see why. I think he's back too. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just about to say he has after Ewers leaves, he has Arch Manning to work with, and I think that's a great combo.
I think it's so funny when I see shit pop up about Archie. It's he's the cultured Manning. I saw one thing, it was they call him the Black Manning. It's funny, all the different clips you see of it's just funny to watch people talk about him.
Agreed.
Talking about how he's the only Manning that actually has some speed. It's funny. Every clip I see is just about that. It's never a serious clip.
Right. But yeah, this was a pretty. It was a slow start at first for the Cotton Bowl, but Ohio State pretty much sealed the deal in the fourth quarter. So with that being said, we move on to this upcoming Monday. We have the college football championship played in Atlanta. Ohio State and Notre Dame. E, do you have any ideas?
It's not even. I'm solely basing this off because I just like the way that coach operates. I've seen a lot of things about him since obviously all the historic aspects of it. I just like him. I like the way he thinks. Like I said, I like the fact that he doesn't take away from his players. It's more or less like a heart thing. It's not like who do I think's going to win. I just want to see Notre Dame take it, just because he deserves it. And the way he makes sure that his players are in the forefront of it. I like him. I mean, like I said, it's solely based off just because I would love to see him be the one that takes it.
Yeah, I agree with that. I was going to basically say the same thing. And don't get me wrong, Ryan Day is a great coach for Ohio State, but I think Marcus Freeman is more deserving of it. A lot of people say that Notre Dame shouldn't win it, but nonetheless, I really think that
we know you live in Vegas, so go ahead and give us some breakdown. What who's Vegas got winning?
Vegas has Ohio State by 8 points, believe it or not. But I'm calling total bullshit on that. I think Notre Dame's defense is able to stop Will Howard, and their defense. I mean, their defense is just elite, man. I'll tell you. And I think Riley Leonard has a great opportunity here to make a name for himself. And talk about a humble guy, and even his post-game interviews as well. He was not really talking about himself. He was actually like criticizing himself for multiple things, but what a great guy, and I think he's definitely deserved this. So give me Notre Dame for the championship. And it's not like Ohio State. Ohio State has, they have talent for days, so talent for years and years to come. So I think
this will be a really good game. I think it's gonna be a close, tough fought game.
For sure. Yeah, I think Notre Dame will probably win by a touchdown. What a great way to end the holiday weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So now one thing that that's right, Sean. Give me Notre Dame. One thing that has been going around, we'll kind of use this as a transition over to football. There's been a couple of college coaches that have been recruited in by one of our teams. We have Dion, and we also have Bill Belichick's been contacted by a certain NFL team. I won't speak of them just yet. Stay tuned. We'll get into that in just a second. But for all of y'all hanging out in here, spending your Wednesday evening with us, we appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Make sure you're hitting that follow button. Subscribing to all of our pages. We appreciate you guys interacting in the comments, in the chat. It doesn't just take us to make this page possible. It's all you guys in the community. So we appreciate you guys. Coach Saul is not feeling a little under the weather tonight, so he is taking the night off. And then Benji, one of our new hosts, is dealing with some personal things. So we send our thoughts to him as well. He'll be back next week with us. Same with Coach, hopefully. So, all right. Unless you got anything else with college football, let's go ahead and move on to the NFL.
Oh shit.
Oh, look who it is. It's an old friend. What's up, baby?
How you boys doing?
Oh shit.
Oh man, I miss you, bro.
Shit.
Miss y'all too. First of all, Big Bird shit. Just wanted to let y'all know. Another thing I want to let y'all know is y'all doing a great job, man. I'm proud of y'all.
Hey, appreciate you, big dog.
Another thing I want to let y'all know is I'm scruffy as fuck because I ain't shaving until I win a chip, but we got a dip.
Are you superstitious like that?
No, not really, but I decided, Well, the fucked up thing is I have a fucking wedding to go to this weekend.
No way.
Yeah. My wife's friends get married, bro. She's getting married at fucking Disney. So we got to go to
Okay.
Orlando.
Oh, okay. That's not a bad wedding though.
So yeah, I'm not even gonna shave it because at this point I am kind of like I'm riding it out, but I am gonna get obviously it trimmed up and look a little bit better. But either way, how the fuck y'all boys doing, man?
Good, man.
You know, just doing the thing, man.
Cheers, man.
Reese's cup. Get the Reese's cup pop.
Reese's Puffs.
You want to know what's in there, bro?
What you got?
What?
Fucking tequila and Mountain Dew. Stop playing with me. Champions.
I was thinking like some hot chocolate, like nah.
Like hot chocolate? Hell no.
Tequila and Mountain Dew. Then you do some hot chocolate and some like what the Bailey shit, some cream.
Oh, Irish cream.
I can't turn my shit sideways. It ain't gonna let me do that, huh?
It
Are you on your phone?
should let you do it. It should. Oh, unless you have the shit locked. I don't know. Why the fuck were me and Matt turning our heads like?
Either way,
exactly. Well, since you're here, man, let's go ahead and hit that Eagles-Packers game. You want to dive in?
I think, hey, bro, Eagles-Packers game to me was I was a little nervous for it, bro, because I hadn't seen Jalen for 2 weeks, and obviously it happens, bro. Rust happens, and even if he would have just got a few touches in that previous game, I would have been a little bit more comfortable. But he didn't even get that. We didn't play any of our starters, really. So the fact that we just kind of added an extra bye week in there, I wasn't comfortable with it, especially with him just coming back from concussion. So to see the fucking type of offensive stats I saw, bro, it's not really that big of a surprise. We played to our strengths. I think Kellen Moore had some questionable ass play calling with them third and long runs. It was weird. But either way, look, bro, our defense is going to hold shit down. We're going to get shit done. And I think that our offense is going to – bro, we were just hot as fuck. And honestly, this game could have been way crazier in terms of the score than it is now. But at the same time, bro, I don't know. This is
why I made the argument about Barkley with the MVP shit, bro. Because Hurts didn't even have to do shit. He only had 131 passing yards.
Yeah.
Because
but you also got to think about it this way too, E. There's 0 turnovers, 2 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm saying. That's the part. Like, and the good thing too is like you said, your defense is so good that you can utilize the run game to run clock.
Yeah.
You guys have like the perfect chemistry right now to
scheme
to do that. Yeah. And it's perfect. And on top of that, I think another thing that I love about Barkley, for one, obviously, I know he was upset. He wanted to do that record, but he sat out for the team. It was respectable. On top of that, for him to slide when he could have broke that last run.
Weird.
Did you hear the reason why?
Yeah, weird.
I still liked it though, because
you're thinking too much now. You're thinking too much.
I mean, yeah. But at the same time, I like the fact
dog. Play ball.
He was like, I didn't want to take a chance. What if I'm running down the field and I pull a hammy, or one of the guys running down the field? You know what I mean? I respected it. I see what you're saying, but I respected it.
I get it, but at the same time, you trying to do all that extra thinking on the field there in the real time. I get that you're able to do it, but you're gonna find yourself in a position where you can't make it happen in that snap of a moment, and now you're caught in between decisions because you're overthinking instead of just playing ball. So, play ball.
That man was about to take it to the fucking house.
Easy.
He had nothing but open field, bro. Nothing but open field.
What was your reaction on the kickoff when he fumbled when that prick fumbled it? That was crazy. I was like, I sat there. I was like, oh, this is gonna be a long ass game.
Yeah, I felt comfortable, bro. I felt super comfortable, and it's just because of the way our defense plays alone. I feel super like that's such a comfort zone to know that all of our coverage is handled. You might get a couple chip shots, you might get a couple fucking check downs, you might get a couple fucking 5-yard runs or whatever. But nothing's going over the top like that. You're not really killing us no more. And that was our biggest downfall last year, bro. So to see that completely handled, completely fixed with rookies, bro,
with rookies. I was about to say
with
that.
rookies.
All
And
young players.
Zach Bond going fucking absolutely ape shit. Now, I will say this. We lost N'Kobe Dean in this game.
That's huge. That's a huge loss.
Yeah.
That's huge. That's
you hate to see that. I mean, he's a dog.
That one hurt, bro. I'm like,
is he the play? Is he the play caller on the defense?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, but yeah, 22-10 final. Eagles move on to the divisional round. I mean, the Packers also on the Packers side, they had a bunch of injuries. They had Romeo Doubs go down. They had a lot of defensive players go down. Yeah, losing Christian Watson, I think that's what killed him probably the most going into this week.
At the end of the day, Jordan Love's downfall this year was he throws a lot of interceptions, and he had that state where he didn't. But I mean, he threw 3 this game.
Piss poor.
It's just one of the things where they have all the pieces. They just need to just keep working together and keep getting him more experience. Because I mean, he had that problem in the beginning of the season. Like I said, he turned it around that last half. He didn't throw that many picks, but his kryptonite all year was just that ball. And the thing about it too is Green Bay's also been playing where they have shit. The first 3 quarters are shit. With a team like Philly, you can't get behind because they're going to run the clock down, and their defense is too good. So, and every other time where the Packers have been able to come back and make it close to the end or win, they couldn't do that. You can't play behind in the playoffs.
And I'll say this too, bro. I think a lot of these analysts right now, I've been peeping it, bro. And I try to peep it from an unbiased. I try, bro. I try my fucking hardest, and y'all know it's hard for me. I try my hardest from an unbiased standpoint to watch this shit. And they're really just looking for these explosive ass plays when we don't need that to beat teams, bro. To beat the best, we really don't need that. And the fact that we're not doing it, I think it's kind of underselling what Jalen Hurts actually brings to the team. Because you'll see us play without him, and you'd be like, well, yeah, of course, they don't have Jalen Hurts, so what can they really do? But then as soon as he's there, they're like, you see us win these games, and it's in an impressive fashion, but it's not necessarily impressive offense when we have all the tools to have impressive offense. But it's the idea that we really just wear teams down, bro, and so much fucking clock management goes into it that I can't.
That's where you guys are shining right now.
Great fucking ball. He's playing great QB with the team he had. That team gives him the ability to be able to do that. RPO every fucking play as soon as you get the run going. That gives you the ability to do that. So I don't know. It's almost to the point where it's like there's too many weapons.
That's not a bad problem to have. That's definitely not a bad problem to have.
Y'all haven't even had to.
You have too many.
You haven't even had to use AJ Brown and shit. You guys haven't had to really do this. So y'all can. He's sitting in the pot. He's waiting for that big game.
Mm-hmm.
Say somebody does.
That's not the Dallas Goddard with that fucking triple stiff arm. Stop playing with that boy.
That shit was crazy.
He pushed that man in the last week. He pushed him in the last week. You know what the fuck was going on?
He pushed him in the jail in the stadium.
Much bigger than you, bro. Stop trying to go high. It's never gonna work for you. That man attempted it 3 times. Give it up. Go for
every
the
3
ankles,
times.
dog. Go low, bro. That was
crazy.
That was terrible.
You know, being that we do have news here, I did upload one clip for Philly. It's funny. It's not a serious clip, but now that you're here, let me play this for you guys.
Hurts looking out in the flat, gets into Gainwell, makes a couple miss, still going is Gainwell fighting towards the end zone.
I'm about to dive in. Baby girl, hold your breath. We about to get so wet. Swimming in your body, let me dive in. You know it.
Clip from, bro? Where does that clip come from? Where him on the hoodie, bro?
I saw that right before we went live, so I'm putting this shit on.
Oh my god!
That song's actually flagged everywhere, but it is whatever.
Hey, look, I'll say this, bro. I want to say, obviously prayers go out to LA and everybody affected by that fire. But I will tell you this: I called my local barbecue tonight. And I told them to go ahead and bring me the finest of the motherfucking ram ribs they got, man. That's That's what I've been busting.
That's crazy. I was going to be my next question to you. Do you change anything going in? You have the Rams this weekend, 3 p.m. Sunday. Y'all change anything, or do you just keep the same game plan?
No, I think our game plan is get a quick lead. I think I'd like for them to get the ball first. I'd like for our defense to go out there and be dominant, get a quick 3-and-out, quick turnaround, possible turnover, early turnover. That's the best possible scenario for us. Just like he was saying, bro, we don't necessarily need to hit fast, but if we do, we know how we play third quarter, fourth quarter. We really just start to put pressure and run the clock down. So if we can get that early lead, great. I don't think we change anything, bro. I do think we get the pass game working a little bit more, but I don't say to lean on it. I want them short passes over the middle. I don't want these fucking wide routes, bro. I want these simple fucking, honestly, feed Dallas Goedert. Because they're so worried about everybody else right now. Feed DJ, bro. He's going to eat every time.
I think I think the one thing that the Rams do have though is they have a crazy young defensive line. I think it's going to be a little bit. I think you guys are going to pass more than you have, just because I don't think that they're going to shut your run game down because you guys have a great offensive line. So I'm not saying that, but I do think that they're going to put more pressure than you guys are used to because of just they are very young and explosive right now, and they're coming off hot.
I think Sirianni's a dickhead, and what I think he's going to do is I think he's going to go ahead and say, oh, they got a strong D-line. Let's go ahead and run it 3 fucking downs. You know, like I really think
he might.
Oh, that's your strength. Let me see if I can push it. I want to push it. So who the fuck knows, bro? I can't say what the game plan should be. All I know is I want to win, bro. I need a W. I don't think it's going to be too rough. We already walked through them once without fucking half of our team this year.
That's true.
I don't see it going their way. We're in the link. Good fucking luck. Bro, you like warm weather. It's cold out here, boy. It's cold in these streets. So good luck.
And when they travel, they struggle as well, not to mention the Rams do.
Yeah, I'm looking out. It sounds crazy, bro. Like I can see them putting up some fucking points, bro. It's Stafford, bro. It's Stafford in the clutch. They got weapons, bro. It's not to say that they can't play this fucking game out. But I think that we're at the point where we're not a young team anymore. I think we have all the ability to fucking be able to pull it off. And everybody's locked in. The only person that was really questionable was Jalen Hurts, just because of the time away from the ball. He's back. Whatever cobwebs he just had, he'll come off, hopefully. We also.
Sean, who is that? Is that talking about me?
No,
he's probably talking about me, bro.
But bro, these playoffs are fucking fire, dog. I ain't gonna lie. There's so many fucking exciting games coming up.
Yeah, this weekend slate we'll get into.
That first round, it was a ton of fucking blowouts, man. I mean,
absolutely. One last question,
including my fucking team. I mean, we got fucking embarrassed. But that's what I was saying. Like, I do think that's one thing that you guys have that we don't is y'all's offensive line is stout. That's going to be that's the difference between you. Like, obviously, we have a lot of offensive weapons, but Darnold didn't have a chance to do shit. He got sacked 9 times. But also, people were quick to talk about our offensive line, but he also held the ball for way too long. I think that's one thing that Hurts has. He has the wheels. He's not going to sit back there and fucking wait for shit. He's either going to just turn it to make something happen, or you guys are going to be able to hold them longer for him to be able to throw the ball. That's going to be the difference.
Bro, I ain't going to lie. Every time I see him run out of the pocket, especially this season and probably last season as well, when he gets out of that pocket, bro, and he's pressured.
Michael Lathan was good.
It only goes good maybe fucking 10, 15% of the time for us. I've seen him hold the ball too long. When you're out of the pocket, you can throw it away and you take a sack. It just happened last game. I was like, dude, what the fuck? What the fuck? So, like, there's still moments in there where I'm like, he's thinking too much as well. He's overthinking and fucking not doing enough. But then you also see where he fucking had plenty of time in the pocket, didn't get too shook up, got the touchdown pass to Dotson. So
Dotson's been a really good, even though he's like your 3rd or 4th string receiver, he's been a great addition to your receiving core.
Yeah, I mean he's there. He makes this like he's there, bro. You have to cover him, bro. You know what I mean? Like you can't let that guy shake you up. So
true.
With that, with Devontae, with AJ,
It's a great core. It's a great core you guys have.
Yeah,
I had to steal your nickname the other day. They were talking about the Eagles at work. And I was like, what? Somebody said that the Eagles only have one good receiver. I was like, what? What the fuck? I said, what about Skinny Batman? They said, who the fuck Skinny Batman? I was like, oh shit, I'm not talking to Deuce. I was like, Devontae, man, like shit. How do you not know who that is?
But that's the best thing is like people really just forget about that, man. Go ahead and forget about that, man.
I think I think you probably one of the most underrated receivers out there.
He was y'all's lead receiver this past game. He had 4 catches, 55 yards.
Yep.
Obviously, Dallas Goedert had 4 catches too, but just had less yardage. But he had that 1 touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a cool game, bro. It was honestly, I've had a very blessed season where a lot of my games haven't been stressful, and I don't get that a lot. So I'm vibing right now, bro. Like it may not seem like impressive fucking wins, but if you pay attention to detail, I think they are pretty fucking impressive wins, and we're chilling.
Yeah, I think y'all get by this round.
That Washington game, I think that was a crazy game, down to the wire, and y'all lose with 6. I mean, it didn't really affect your season, but in terms of stress, I'm sure it had you going.
Yeah, it was kind of annoying, bro, because like it was still like I've watched Josh Allen get knocked out unconscious on the fucking field, stand up, be told to go into the blue tent, wave it off, still get put in there, come out 2 plays later, he's back on the fucking field. You know what I mean? Like I've witnessed it, bro. So to see my man be held out for 3 fucking weeks, what it felt like, it was like, what the fuck is going on out here? My man needs to play right now. He can't be fucking going through the cobwebs right now.
Right.
But
shit,
bro. Like,
look who it is, Courtney. How you doing?
She said it wasn't annoying for me.
got a whole reunion tonight. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, y'all the old faces coming in here.
Absolutely. Just one more question I have for you. You're talking about Sirianni. Do you think is this job safe, or do you think if you don't end up making the Super Bowl, is he out of there?
I think he's super safe. I think he fits Philly, bro. Like I say, he's a dickhead. Like he is, and like that's what.
Absolutely,
bro. Like I think he fits. I think he fits our scheme. Like he makes questionable calls for sure. You know who his job is not safe, and I'm so sad to say this, but Jake fucking Elliott. I'm about goddamn sick of it.
Oh yeah, the kicker
playoffs. It will be from him. You can't miss these fucking free points. It's insane, bro. It's fucking.
He's had a rough year, bro.
He's had
a rough year.
It's not getting any better. So
you know who he reminds me of is Dan Bailey. Remember Dan Bailey was like this automatic kicker, and he's kind of just like and
then he came to Minnesota and decided to fucking shit the bed. So that was cool. I was there like, hell yeah, we got he's
Bailey, like one of the greatest kickers.
He was top 3, of like most accurate.
Right.
I'm like, hell yeah, and he comes in fucking Minnesota and shits the bed of like everybody else. I'm like, motherfucker, man.
Right.
But I think Sirianni's fine, bro. I think he's totally good.
And you like Kellen Moore?
Been at the Eagles. Look at his record, bro. How could you look at, if you legitimately look at it, you'd be like, yeah, how could you fire that guy?
Right.
I definitely don't think his personality would fit anywhere else. I think what you said, he fits Philly. He does that shit anywhere else, they'll be like, nah, you're out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Philly's like, yeah, hell yeah, we love that shit. Our fans act just like you.
Yeah. And that's why he did it. That's the thing too. People start to like criticize him from the outside perspective when he was like yelling at the fans. We love that shit. Just because y'all don't like that shit, we love that shit. He got
my man trying to fight a player.
He did exactly what love it. That's exactly it, bro. He deserves to yell at us at that point. So fuck yeah, we yelled at him all the fucking time. You goddamn right.
Yeah, my man had a whole defensive coordinator having to hold him base rate and beat the shit out of one of his own players. He was wild.
Fired up, dog. He was fired up. 100%.
Absolutely. Big dumb.
You know what I don't agree with was that fucking old man in the stands.
Dude, I was just about to bring that up. That's fucked up.
We are dickheads, bro. But we're not dickheads like that. And I'm actually surprised that nobody stepped in.
Right. No one like
that.
Yeah, so this old head was hazing the fuck out of this Packers this girl who's a Packers fan. called her a fucking cunt and like all this shit.
It was a bunch of wild shit. And like you could tell the type of guy Buddy was.
That's fucked up. That's totally uncalled for, man.
100%. Like, but if we do and it does get aggressive, normally, obviously, it would be a man-to-man scenario, and that's how it goes. But it rarely even gets that aggressive. People talk shit because that's what we do in Philly. We talk shit. Now, whatever, we can talk shit back and forth all day. Me and Matt know this. Me and Matt can talk shit all day fucking long. It'll never get aggressive. That's the same thing we do with anybody that's in our general area. If we're rooting for opposite fucking teams, it's
just talk back and forth. It's back and forth.
Yeah. I want to make you uncomfortable. You're in our house. I'll make you uncomfortable. That's what we're trained to do, bro. We're gonna make you uncomfortable. So for him to do that, but it's not women or children. That's wild. It's wild.
Yeah.
So
disrespect a woman like that is.
It's wild. Hey, let that have been my wife.
Oh, Courtney.
All I'm saying is, hey, we're not either one of us is finishing this game.
Exactly my point. That's what I'm saying. Like that game that me and Courtney went to, the guy, he wasn't even half as disrespectful as what y'all talking about. I was ready to beat the fuck out of that dude. It's like, nah, that ain't happening.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is I've never even, all these fucking sports events I go to, I've never seen like a guy be aggressive to a female like that. For it to be a fucking Eagles fan, fucking pissed me. Well, you know what I mean? It just pisses you the fuck off, dude. Like, of course, but you would fucking play into this fucking. Now you make us look even fucking more like we all do this shit, bro. And it's crazy.
Right, but yeah, totally uncalled for.
Will not make your woman uncomfortable or your children uncomfortable.
All right, you heard it here. So Eagles get the dub on wildcard weekend, 22 again over the Green Bay Packers. They will move on to play the Los Angeles Rams. We'll talk about that game here shortly. So, going back to Saturday, nothing too exciting. Houston Texans out of nowhere, they beat the hell out of the LA Chargers.
Breaks off Chargers, bro.
Beat the shit out of them, 32-12. And talk about Justin
crazy.
Go ahead.
Shit, and like fucking Nico Collins, but he was all of their passing. Like that man had 7 receptions, 122 yards. Man,
I mean, crazy. I mean, he has to do that when you have both your second, third best receivers out. You have Tank Dell out for the season. You have Stephon Diggs who tore his ACL. So that's what it's gonna be. You gotta be that man who steps up.
The way they played for the season, I just didn't see them doing that because Chargers were hot.
Chargers have the #1 road defense, and they clearly just shat themselves.
It was fucking embarrassing.
It was embarrassing, especially for Jim. They were talking they were sticking their chest out. Oh, Jim Harbaugh. Oh, this is a great guy. He's gonna bring them. He's gonna turn this team around. Didn't look like it. It didn't look like it. It really didn't. And Herbert didn't even have 50% completion rate. He went 14 for 32, 242 yards, and he had 4 interceptions. 4 interceptions, my guy. Like
they were saying that he had more interceptions in that one game than he had the entire season.
Yeah, it's like he had 3 interceptions all season.
When you play like that, you can't do that in the playoffs, man.
It's bad. Yeah, they had nothing. I mean, the only thing they had going for them was Ladd McConkey. He had 9 catches, 197 yards, which if I'm not mistaken, that's a rookie. I think that's like the most receiving yards by a rookie in a wild card game.
Shit's crazy.
That young boy's been playing.
But then again, we have fucking records for every goddamn thing now.
Yeah. Everything's got a record these days.
Most sneezes by a rookie in a playoff game.
Most sneezes by a rookie.
Most AJ Brown in a playoff game.
Most Houston's cooked next game. I agree. They will travel to Kansas City. Everyone's favorite Kansas City. Hot take.
Oh, did you say Kansas City?
One more question for you. Uh-oh. What is your biggest turn on?
Patrick Mahomes. Have you been reading my Twitter, I think?
Come on. Bro, come on. It's like a trigger word. Every time I say it, you got to play it.
That's funny as hell.
Oh, yeah, that video is saved. I play that shit every time someone mentions Kansas City. Oh, there you go. There it is. But
all right, moving on.
While we have the Texans, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
But we do have this clip from the Texans.
87 yards of offense. Oh, the ball is free. Scooped up by Stroud. Circles, throws, complete on a busted play. Hutchinson. Just like they drew it up. First down, 34 yards.
So every time you hear someone talk about CJ,
catch that bitch.
That was crazy.
Crazy work. Crazy.
Are you sure it was
crazy?
Yeah. Are you sure it was written up, or was it just pure luck?
That was not written up, bro.
Yeah, there was no way that was written up. That was pure.
No way.
CJ just threw it and prayed that he caught it.
Who? Wait,
he just wanted to get that shit off there.
Written up?
No, yeah. Look, go back and play it again. He said just like they written it up.
Oh,
whatever.
Yeah, right.
I ain't Eagle, bro. He don't know what he's talking
Show
about.
me again, bro. Do it again without even nobody covering you. Do it again.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Want to see me run to that rocking back? Want to see me do it again? That ass. Oh man. But yeah, that was a bizarre play, and I don't know how the fuck he managed to pull that off. But
that shit was crazy.
That shit was crazy indeed.
Reminds you of the Lamar play where he fumbled it and then to a touchdown. You know what I mean? So like, he says sarcasm, Matt.
I don't know with Iron Eagle, you can never tell nowadays. But speaking of Lamar, let's go ahead and Coach isn't here, but we'll go ahead and talk about Coach's Ravens. A lot of people expected to be a much closer game than expected. At one point, Ravens were up 21-0. And I mean,
honestly, the score doesn't tell you that the Ravens fucking dominated. The scores, I know it was 28-14, but if you watch the game, there was no Steeler chance, period.
They had this game in the bag for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you had the same kind of, they had the same recipe as Philly did as far as utilizing their defense to stop them and run the ball. I mean, Derrick Henry had 186 yards.
And 2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns, yeah. Lamar didn't have to carry that weight for that game. They were smart. They played. They ran the clock down. They didn't give them a whole bunch of opportunities. And that's just how they sealed that game up. But yeah, no, I honestly, I think I said the score might have only been a 2-touchdown win, but to me, the way they played, it was a blowout.
Yeah, 100%.
Unpopular. 100%. A bird bowl would be our best case scenario for an exciting fucking Super Bowl.
Only right back to do it. Coach said BTA.
That shit would be dope.
That would be dope.
That would definitely
history because we're both just running the fucking clock.
Just running the ball.
It'd be like 20-minute game.
you know that would be poetic though, because everybody's talked about Derrick Henry and Saquon all year about them going back, because at first it was a back and forth race.
Right.
So I mean, that's all that would be a poetic way to cap the season.
And then you got the 2 fucking mobile quarterbacks.
Yep.
I
do think that Philly's defense edges a little bit, but Ravens' defense has stepped up a lot since they had a horrible start to the season. They were last, and they found a way to creep back. So I mean, I think it would, like you said, it would be a lot of running the ball, a lot of defense, a lot of clock management on both sides. And that would be a crazy Super Bowl. But yeah, I mean, as far as the game goes, I mean, it's not a ton to talk about. It was.
It was just all Baltimore. It was all Baltimore.
It just sounds disgusting.
Sounds disgusting.
She hates both teams.
Oh man, that's right. I guess her being a Washington fan.
She hates the Ravens too.
Who should hate more, Dallas or the Ravens? That's a stupid question.
Dallas.
Everyone hates Dallas. Yeah. What am I saying, bro? George Pickens, 5 catches. Fuck a bird.
That's crazy work.
That's crazy. George Pickens, 5 catches, 87 yards. He was the leading receiver for the Steelers at receiving touchdown. What do you think? What do you think the quarterback situation in Pittsburgh is next year?
I'd be surprised if they rode the Wilson train. And I mean,
he's cooked.
I don't
Is it
see
safe
them
to
doing
say?
that. Yeah, I mean, I guess it really depends on how the free agency goes and drafting and stuff. They might keep him just for a backup option.
As a
I don't see
mentor,
them,
as a mentor, like.
but I don't see Russ having that personality to want to be behind anybody to be a mentor. I don't see him as being that guy.
Yeah, he can go play with the Jets. Once we move Hamilton to safety, our defense ranked number 1 in all categories, I think, since week 1. Week 11.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They've turned their defense around, definitely.
Yeah. Eagles and the Ravens have both came from bottom tier defenses all the way to top 5 defenses. So that's really cool to see. But yeah, I mean, shit, Russell could go play for the fucking Jets for all we know.
Oh man,
sorry ass Jets, bro. I mean, that's the only really realistic place I could think he could play, unless he wants to go play in the CFL.
It might be.
I don't.
Be a fucking.
Yeah, I don't see him being able to do that.
He's gonna play for the San Antonio Brahmas.
Horns. Oh goodness.
Coach said he's down for a Bird Bowl or at least the Lions.
Yeah, I definitely.
I do. I mean, I think obviously we've all said we like to see the Lions, but wouldn't it be crazy if Commanders do beat the Lions and it's the Philly?
No, it's not happening.
Commanders.
I would fucking.
That would be fucking. That you talk about a crazy rivalry for a fucking conference championship.
I'm putting $20 on the money line for Washington.
What the fuck, bro? That's crazy.
But that would be a crazy rivalry for a conference championship. That would be fucking insane for a storybook.
Oh, it would be so fucking sad in Detroit.
No, absolutely, dude. Absolutely.
The best of the year.
You thought the fucking 49ers were the bitchin' queens, bro? These motherfuckers would cry tears for months. It would be terrible. Oh my god! If they
she was coming to say that,
bro. Oh my god!
Did you all see today that it's the most expensive divisional game in history? I think the average ticket, cheapest, the Commanders Lions game this weekend.
That's wild.
So the cheapest ticket just to get in is $993.
What the fuck?
I mean, Detroit. Detroit.
Wild.
Just to get into the stadium. So that's for standing room.
Especially for a team with no personality. They're all just bots.
That's a take.
Ahmed Raj just the fucking
he's a CPU.
Oh, you're such a fucking Skyrim bot. What is going on? What is going on?
Hey, when my man David Montgomery had the fucking carrot on Thanksgiving, he was just dancing with the carrot. What the
on Thanksgiving, bro? That's crazy.
Dude, it's to me, when the way he plays, you would think he's some hard ass tough guy. This man's fucking goofy as shit.
Yeah.
Every time I've seen a clip of him talking, he's doing weird shit. I was like, this is different.
Yeah.
Did you see the one where did you see the shit where they did the post game interview with Golf and Montgomery and Gibbs still on each side of him but didn't talk?
Mm-hmm.
So we're not here for us. They were just being awkward as shit. Oh, let me see if I can find that shit. I just saw that. Let me see.
But no, they're fucking solid, man. The team is fucking solid. They're fucking plain. They're very plain bagel. They give very fucking you know what I mean? There's no spice. There's very little salt and pepper going on there.
It's very bland.
No seasoning.
He said no season. So
No
white people
season.
That's crazy. That's crazy. White people cook that shit.
White people cook this shit.
And I'm glad to be a part of this tradition. What's up? I was like, who's up on me right now? What's up? Oh, we got two.
I asked you after the game a couple weeks ago, Sonic and Knuckles are their nicknames, and I said, what's yours? Have you figured one out yet?
I haven't. What do you
guys
think?
have one for him? I'm not here. Oh, you're not here? Here, do you have a nickname for your quarterback? What is
It's fucking weird. It's a weird interview.
Giving
me
the interest. Yeah. Where's the team? Nothing really. Just getting ready to go. Yeah, short week's tough. Are these guys talking next? Is that why they're waiting for me? Short week's tough, and yeah, we're ready to go.
It's 4th down and 1. Yep. Should you hand it to Jameer or David Montgomery?
QB sneak usually is best, you know.
About David and your favorite thing about Jameer?
Oh man, my favorite thing about David. Gosh.
Man, he's so fucking weird. Just like
I think
it's
my
a
favorite
very
thing
awkward
seriously about
interview,
David
bro.
is how serious he takes pass protection and how much he wants to protect me. And then how funny he is. That's like one of my other favorite things about him. My favorite thing about Jameer, I think how much fun he's having when he's playing. Like that, it brings out the joy in me, the kid in me, and you know, he's my son, you know.
Like it was a very weird fucking interview. It's so weird.
Had like a post-game interview make me feel uncomfortable.
Right.
It's fucking weird. It was weird. When I watched, I was like, what the fuck am I watching?
On go to prove my point, how fucking plain and weird and just fucking
like Philadelphia cream cheese, like plain cream cheese. Like
I felt like that was a shot. Yeah, I'll take it.
I felt like that was a shot, but all right.
Coach brought up a good point. Gibbs is a monster, and if he had all the carries, he would have been right up there with Henry and Barkley.
Yeah,
that's a good take.
Yeah, I think
1,400 and split running reps. I mean, it is true.
Unpopular opinion. I'm not a big fan of the split. I think it's cool to have a.
I agree.
But I do agree. I think so.
I mean, it's funny to see Montgomery like play with the Lions because the Bears clearly fucked up by trading him away.
Shit the bed by giving him away. Absolutely.
I mean, it's just the story of their fucking franchise, though. But
speaking of Montgomery, I mean, I don't know who sent the clip in, but we do have a Montgomery clip.
Yeah. You tell me.
Man pulled up his slippers and everything.
Yeah, I don't know who sent that clip, but I saw his name, so I was like,
"What's that?"
Awkward as hell. Me.
I'm not.
He said, "I'm not here."
I'm not here.
Yeah, he's so soft spoken. That's what I'm saying. It's weird, man. He's super soft spoken. He's fucking weird. Like I mean, like I said, he's actually one of my favorite running backs in the leagues because I like the way he plays downhill. But he's just a fucking weirdo.
He's a weirdo for sure.
Absolutely.
So, let's move on to Sunday. I mean, you kind of saw this coming, but the Denver Broncos get BTA, belt to ass, by the Buffalo Bills. I mean, Bills played tough at home, 31-7. No, with that limp, yeah, exactly. Oh, it's facts.
Yeah, no, Buffalo just fucking demolished Denver. Just because I wanted to fucking throw in the face of Bills Mafia, I was hoping that Denver would pull it off. But we all fucking knew it was going to happen.
We all knew Buffalo was going to win. Bo Nix clearly showed that he wasn't. He wasn't obviously going to be ready for. It was his rookie season, so the pressure was on for him to play a good game. Went 13 for 22, 144 passing yards and a touchdown. Sacked twice, so not too bad. He did have 43 rushing yards. He led the team in rushing.
Yeah, he didn't throw a pick though. So in a big time moment, he didn't shake that. I mean, he was able to throw a game without a pick in the playoffs for a rookie. I feel like that's a huge accomplishment. That's a lot of pressure. That's your first, there's no bigger game than that game for him. I don't care what you've done in college and up to that point. There's no bigger game than your first NFL playoff game. So I do think that's a bright spot for Denver. Obviously, they have a great defense.
That's a fact. played 56 years of football, only 1 year of football.
I used to always talk about the fact that he was old as shit. I forgot about that shit. But like you said though, he had the most rushing yards on his team with 43 yards. That's a huge downfall. They need a running game. If they're going to compete in the playoffs, they need a running game, especially with their defense.
It's crazy though because they've been rotating between like Javonte Williams, Jaleel McLaughlin, and Tyler Batty, whatever the fuck his name is. They've been rotating between like 3 and 4 running backs, and they can't just like stick to one. So it just proves they just have a bunch of mid running backs.
That's the thing. Like I said, when you have a stout defense like that, you got to find a way to get that running game to perform. You do that clock management all day. Same thing. The Eagles, like we keep bringing them up. That's so fucking important in football, especially in the NFL, especially in the playoffs. It's the defense. So they had that, but they had no offense to keep them on the field to run the clock. So they got behind. They got behind the sticks early. Then they had to start throwing the ball, and obviously, it's not going to happen.
Yeah,
because the Buffalo Bills don't have a bad defense, so it's not like you can't just like I'm going to air it out on them all of a sudden. You can't do that.
Right. I will say though, Bo Nix had that crazy pass to Troy Franklin on the opening drive. Kind of just silenced the Bills fans early off, but that's pretty much all the offense they had after that.
Yeah.
Nothing really happened after that. Josh Allen, on the other hand, 20 for 26, 272, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, sacked twice. He also had 46 rushing yards. So, I mean, he's obviously known for
stat line. What you just said? 20 for 26. What else was it? You had
20 for 26, 272, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Yeah.
He also had 46 rushing yards.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
that's what you expect with the kind of season he's had. I mean, he's been throwing great ball, no interceptions. He's been playing like that all season. So I mean, that didn't surprise me.
Now I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this when you clip this. I still don't think he's MVP compared to Lamar.
Absolutely not. I don't think so either.
Nope. They showed a graphic that Lamar has like so many better stats than Josh Allen does. What made me sick was all the of course, Bills Mafia is gonna chant MVP, whatever, but the numbers aren't there. He's not there compared to Lamar.
Yeah, absolutely. And I will say that somebody brought up a good point in my job that they were like they're wondering if the reason why they keep talking about it because Josh Allen probably should have won it one of the years that Lamar did. So it's like, I don't give a fuck about that. You should have did that then.
Exactly. He should have just got the job done.
Having the better year. And honestly, if Lamar didn't get it, I still stand behind what I said 2 weeks ago. If he doesn't get it, Barkley should get it. I don't think that Josh Allen should get it. Yeah. There's 2 people that I feel like were more valuable than him, even though Allen is playing a great season. I'm not saying he's not, but I'm saying he's not playing MVP caliber. I just feel like that he isn't the most valuable player of this season.
Right. And I think I even said as well during that conversation, I think Joe Burrow would have earned it over Josh Allen. Thank you, Courtney.
Saquon has been fucking balling. And like I said, the fact that the point that I brought up, and I still stand by it, Philly didn't need to change to win. He still went there and made enough impact where they changed the way that their offense ran because they can. And that to me is the value in him. It's not about what he can do. It's about the fact that they didn't have to change shit and they still did at the end of the day.
Coach said LMAO, no. Oh, Coach is biased.
I don't care what Coach says. I don't care what anybody says. I stand by that shit. That's why I posted it. If Lamar don't get it, I don't think that Allen should get it.
No, there's no way Allen. If Josh Allen gets MVP over Lamar Jackson, this league is fucked. I'll say it right. I'll repeat myself, but I don't want to. But anyways, good. You want to go ahead and pull up that Josh. Speaking of Josh Allen, you want to go ahead and pull up that.
You just sent that clip here.
Even better than Vinovich. Talking,
trying to explain why there was no call on the back of the end zone.
Yeah, sorry.
That's crazy.
Could you imagine the amount of scrutiny you would see if that was he did that in the Chiefs game to Patrick
Anybody
Mahomes?
else?
Anybody else? Could you imagine? But yeah, anyways, he missed. I believe he missed. I think he missed like a face mask call, or I couldn't remember what it was. But
see, something like that, bro. How can you prove that? Like that shit should
right.
be investigated, bro. Because how can you prove that there ain't no fucketry going on with that ref and you know what I mean? Their establishment. How can you prove that? We all just supposed to be like, yeah, whatever.
Oh well, especially just brush it off.
Bro, fuck that.
No, you can't.
Because
it's just crazy.
What? How are y'all even comfortable enough with each other for even to be apologizing to you for a no call?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But nonetheless, yeah, that's crazy. And I think we'll get to it when we get to the Vikings game. They also missed another call, and we were talking about. I mean, you and I were talking about it last night. They didn't throw a flag, but they made a call.
Yeah, that was weird, bro.
That was weird.
That was weird.
Do you want to get into it?
Did you not see? You didn't see that? Like legit. Well, like I said, we could talk about it during the skull chant shit, but like they literally called a penalty and they didn't throw a flag down. The Rams players told him that there was a face mask.
They
talked to him with them, and then out of nowhere, he just turns his mic on and starts saying a penalty. But even the announcer was like, "Where was the flag? There's no flag on the field.
There's no fucking flag."
This shit was weird, man.
This shit was crazy. Agree, Coach. Yep.
No, Burrow will never get it because he didn't win. That's the issue. He'll never get it when he won't win.
We can agree though that Joe Burrow, over Josh Allen, Joe Burrow would get it.
Yeah, if he won, it would be a whole different conversation. But they're never going to get an MVP.
Yeah,
they're never going to do that.
No.
All right.
Go pull up. We're going to do a skull chant real quick.
Actually, we'll say that for last. It's the last one of the year anyway. I'm just going to shit on my team, so we can talk about the game of the week. I think was the Commanders-Bucks game. That game was exciting to watch all the way to the end.
That was a great game, and I wish Ben was here to tell. Because Ben, for you guys that don't know, Ben was actually at the game.
Yeah, we have a clip. He sent one in to play, even though he wasn't here. I haven't watched it, so I don't know. But I see his face in it. So this is live from the game.
What up, you guys? This is Benji from No Rules of Sports. On Tuesday, we're going to be talking about wild card weekends, NFL action. We're also going to be talking about everything that's going on in the NBA and the NHL. We're also going to talk about off-season MLB news. Catch us live Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.
Well, there you go. I didn't know you did a promo. I would have dropped that.
Oh, I thought you knew he did. I thought you knew he did a promo.
I did not know. I thought he just said that he wanted that for the show tonight, so I didn't.
I got you.
But and then you have another clip. We'll wait for that. So whenever you want to play that.
Which one?
There was some clip you sent in, or somebody did it for that game too.
Burrow would definitely be considered if he made. Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely. Good God. Yeah, I missed you too, Courtney.
She said you too, Coach.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Oh shit!
But nonetheless, Commanders win a thrilling game in at the buzzer, 23-20. I tell you what, fucking Zane Gonzalez, he's really on thin ice after that.
Did you see how many times and I saw it right before we went live? How many times that dude fixed his hair before he put his helmet on and kicked that ball? It was fucking weird. It made me like, what are you so fucking worried about, bro? Like, what are you're putting a helmet on? Who cares what your fucking hair looks like, bro? That's how nervous he was. Let's see if I can find that shit, man. What the fuck? What's his name?
Zane Gonzalez.
Oh, Zane Gonzalez OCD is what popped up on YouTube. I bet you it is this. It is. Yeah, apparently he has this tick because he did it in college.
Oh, way to go!
That's fucking
way to
funny,
go,
bro. Oh, here you go.
That was a tick. Hey.
Oh shit! Hold up.
Hey, Coach and Courtney are going off in a chat right now. That's crazy. Look at him.
Wreck before attempting his game-winning field goal, which is due to his OCD. Gonzalez was seen fixing his hair more than several times with his sock before taking the field. Gonzalez has been open about his OCD.
So he does have OCD.
We're getting canceled. You talk about this man. You talking about this man. Have an OCD. We're about to get canceled.
All I know is my man can go like this. Put your fucking helmet on. Stop. What the fuck is wrong with
He doesn't have any hair. He doesn't even have any hair.
Right.
Get the fuck on the field, bro.
Fucking Tourette's. What the fuck?
Oh man, that's crazy.
But it was crazy that it came down to a fucking doink too. That it fucking bounced the right way. That's what's even crazier about the shit, man. That was a good game from front to back, though.
You know what really lost that game though was the piss poor time management of Todd Bowles, Bowles, whatever the fuck his name is. I mean, he looks like his coaching career is turning to Bowles. Am I right?
Yeah, damn.
But I mean, we talked about it though.
But can you really say that? I mean, can you say that though? He look at all the injuries they had, and they still found a way to make it to the playoffs. Did they win? No, but they still made it. So is that a testament to Baker Mayfield and the way he was able to overcome those receiver injuries, or was it good coaching?
No, Baker Mayfield.
I mean,
bro. Baker Mayfield.
I would say Baker.
Yeah, Baker's that guy. Ain't no way around it.
And the thing about it is, too, I watched something interesting today about him. That
you just saw him go, bro.
No, I just waved my face off. But I did see something where they were talking about like him. He's like the ultimate player, like team player. He makes sure he talks to all of his teammates before they go on the field. Like he's always like anything they want to do, he's there to do it. So I mean,
the fuck is that supposed to mean, Courtney? The fuck? Anyways, I mean, we talk about stats. We talk about quarterback stats. Jaden Daniels just had twice better of a game as Baker did.
Yep.
Jaden went 24 for 35, 268, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, only 1 sack.
No interceptions the entire game from either side.
Yeah, it was a clean game overall.
It was clean.
Clean game. I think it was like one fumble. There's one fumble by was it Washington or Tampa Bay?
I mean, besides Bucky going off on the rushing game, it was all through the air too. I mean, Washington's running game wasn't there. I mean, like I said, Bucky had a pretty good game with 77 yards, but it was mainly all throwing the ball. Just putting the ball in the air and see what you can do with it.
I know. I'm not really set on Austin Eckler. I think he's kind of I think he's kind of peaked. I think he's done.
I said the same shit to Courtney actually when the season went, like when they first got him. I said I didn't like that because he's very injury prone. He doesn't get in rhythms. He's good when he's on the field, but that's it. The problem is that he misses playing time, and he did the same shit this year. I wasn't a fan of that when that happened.
Right. 0 turnovers, 0 punts.
We all know that it's also probably because I'm a big Brian Robinson fan. So
yeah, B-Rob.
Yeah, I like the way he runs too.
Definitely. Obviously, he's not an elite level like Saquon is or Derrick Henry is, but
I just like downhill runners, man. When I see somebody that would rather run through you than around you, I respect that game. That's why I like Montgomery too. Like I just like those guys that I'm gonna fucking put my shoulder down into you before I try to dance around you. That's why I like about Saquon and what reminds me like with the AP and shit like that with Adrian Peterson. It's like they can run through you or they can go over top of you. Apparently, because Saquon likes to do that shit. I know they can go around you. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. He has the speed and the power. Now that's what you're talking about when you talk about elite. They have everything, but it's just something about that. When somebody gets fucking truck stick when they're a running back, that's something fun to watch, man.
For sure. And yeah, I said this on multiple occasions in the past. Dan Quinn is pretty much the answer they needed for that franchise. It sucks that he left Dallas. It sucks that he left Dallas. I really think he should have became the head coach in Dallas. I think McCarthy should have been fired last year. We'll get to that in a second. But I think it just proves that Dan Quinn he's still got it in him.
I think what I like too about him is the respect that the players have for him too. You can 100%. Tell they enjoy playing for him. Like I saw the thing when they were on the field, and everybody was, "I love you, coach," and he was, "I love you too." Man, like they just have a love there. I feel like
brotherhood.
Ron is cool, but he didn't bring that. It's different when you bring a culture to your locker room. And I think when people thoroughly actually really want to play for you, it just creates something different. I think that Quinn did that.
Yeah, Ron was like too stale. I feel like he was too stale. You know what I'm saying? Like Dan versus Dan on Saturday night. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, y'all
yeah.
We out here building a team full of dogs. We're coming for a chip, man. Big bird shit.
That's for real though. Dan versus Dan. You got Dan Campbell. Yeah, this motherfucker. Yo, I still stand by. They'll be on the 8-yard line, and he'll just go fucking 4th and 10. But Campbell will do that. It's like, but coach, if you don't convert, they only got 8 yards to go. Oh, fuck it, I'm going for it.
I don't care.
It's gonna make or break him, dude. And we've been saying that all year. It's either gonna be a situation where it's the reason why he goes to the next game, or the reason why he loses that game. She said, "Fuck that bird shit."
Oh no.
Oh shit.
Here's something else that really caught my attention on the Tampa Bay side. Rachaad White, he had a pretty good season, but on Sunday he had 1 carry for 1 yard. Is he done, or do you think is Bucky just going to be the starter?
When you got a guy like a rookie like Bucky coming out and just playing, why? You know what I mean? Like Rachaad White's cool, but Irving's been on point all year.
Yeah.
So I think that 1-2 punch, yeah, but I think Bucky has a starting spot. He proved it this year.
You know what? Cowboys could use a guy like Rachaad White. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all could use anything for your run game.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. Shit, I'll throw a helmet on and go in there.
The building is pretty fast.
Oh man! So Commanders, with the big upset going into Tampa Bay, they will go to Detroit next weekend. We'll get to our game time picks here shortly. What a great matchup we'll have Saturday night.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, with that, I think I mentioned it before we switched over. Those tickets are starting to run at I think that I read an article, $993 to get in, just to get in the door.
I agree 100%. I think y'all have a lot to build off of moving forward.
Absolutely. So, all right, we'll save your game for last. You want to hit a quick Cowboy Nation? So I have one thing to say.
All right.
It finally fucking happened. Play that clip.
I don't even know if I have it. What?
You didn't? Oh. I thought I sent the clip.
I don't think so.
You don't have it?
Did you?
I thought I sent the clip. Nothing?
Maybe not. Let me look. Keep talking.
While he's pulling it up, Mike McCarthy is out of Dallas. I've been calling it all season, ever since we started our coaches' hot seats. I've been saying it ever since last year where we got upset by Green Bay at home. Mike McCarthy is finally out of there. And I think this is a good move. I think this is a good move for Dallas. I see Deuce smiling down there. He's taking it all in.
Did your intro at the end start to be like, I'm a cowboy, baby?
No, it says Cowboys are cool, but I cut that off.
Oh man. But yes, Mike McCarthy has parted ways with the Dallas Cowboys. Jerry Jones made the executive decision to decide to move on, and so it begins the hunt for the next Dallas Cowboys head coach.
Not truthfully, do you think this is fixing the problems?
Will this fix the problems?
No. It won't fix the problem. You think it's the beginning?
You think it's the beginning? I think so. I think we need somebody who kind of, I don't want to say matches the chemistry of the Cowboys, because everyone knows, how the Dallas Cowboys run business. We don't need someone who, needs to get paid a lot. I think we need someone.
Find a clip.
You did? Okay. All right. Never mind then. I thought I sent a clip.
The only thing I see is this. It's not a clip though. Jerry Jones names himself new coach of Cowboys. that's all I see.
Shit. He might as well, with how big his fucking ego is, he might as well go start coaching that fucking team.
Oh, and then there's this relates to the Cowboys. There you
go. Yeah, that's funny. That's right, because
I don't see any clip. I don't know what.
Nah, that's all good. But just going back to your question, I just think they need someone with a different mentality than Mike McCarthy's brought to the team, than Jason Garrett's brought. I just feel like that head coach for Dallas is where the career goes to die. I mean, I think Mike McCarthy's career was already dead beforehand.
What are y'all gonna do for Parsons puts in for his trade?
He's not. I think
what he said,
he's locked in there.
His interview, from his interview, he said he wanted to stay in Dallas. That he was even willing to take a pay cut in order to build a team around him. Yeah. So I don't know if that changed or not.
Good PR, bro. Good PR training.
It might be. You might be right.
But no, I think he's fine. I think he'll, whatever amount he gets, he's not looking to be the highest paid, defensive player in history.
Looking to win.
Yeah, he's not doing that right now.
So, but yeah, the search begins for a new head coach. Well, it has 3 coaches. Yeah, Mike McCarthy, Jason Garrett, and then Wade Phillips.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I think Mike McCarthy was already dead before that. I think they just brought him back in. They got lucky with him. He had good players around him. I don't really his time management, his clock management is dog shit. That's what really killed us in a majority of games.
You guys should definitely fucking put in a bid for Terrell Buckley. I heard he coaches the hell out of a team.
Yeah. Yeah. Some former Orlando Guardians coach. Get out of here, bro. This man is crazy. Terrell Buckley. Hey, don't disrespect my man like that. I know we went 1-9 there. I can't believe it's been 2 years since it happened, since XFL.
That's not the T-Bug.
Hey, love you, T-Bug. Whoever you're watching, we love you, bro.
Definitely.
But
look, oh yeah, Green Man's on there talking hella shit right now.
Oh yeah, Green Man, the official mascot.
That's what I'm saying, man. We gotta pull up the pic. We gotta pull up the picture from the the showcase.
That was fire.
That was fire, man. Nonetheless, I know that Jerry has reached out to Deion Sanders for a potential head coaching job. I don't agree with that. I don't think that Deion and Jerry would get along.
I think it'd be a fucking shit show, dumpster fire.
It would be an absolute clusterfuck.
I would love to win.
You can't have two dominant personalities like that. It's just not. It's never gonna work.
No,
because Jerry doesn't let people just do what they want.
Exactly.
Deion wants to be able to do what he wants. That's why he goes where he goes, so that he can build what he wants to build. And on top of that, Deion's all about God and not being profane.
No cussing and
Jerry's off the wall shit. Nothing about them mesh.
They're measuring dicks. You know.
Yeah, I mean, like that's what I'm saying. I don't see that. Yeah, I don't see that being a thing, man. Maybe he will be the one person that could shut Jerry up, but I just don't see that happening. I don't think it's ever gonna happen.
Over his dead body. I'm telling you right now, Jerry's gonna be Jerry's not gonna let that team go until he is in his casket.
Absolutely.
I'm saying that. I mean, it's pretty obvious at this point. Man's 82 years old, so it's just not gonna happen. He's not gonna give up the team. And what's even shittier is that his son Steven is no better. He's just as stubborn. He's just as shitty as him. So team's not gonna get any better once Jerry dies.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
I got a couple extra jerseys, man. You let me know.
That's crazy, man. This man's been trying
jerseys now.
This man's been trying to convert me ever since that one Neon Green Mafia show where we lost a bet and I had to wear Eagles hat the whole stream. He's been trying to get me to convert. You remember? Do you remember that?
I bet that was interesting to see.
That was
you have to wear an Eagles hat.
I wear Eagles hat the whole time. And then they got a screenshot. They got a screenshot of me like smiling with the Eagles hat on. They're like, "Look at this man! He looks so happy." I was like, "What the fuck?"
It changed you, Matty. It changed you, man.
Bullshit, bro. Bullshit.
Yeah.
That does need an extra jersey. That's facts. You should see my closet. That's crazy. But yeah, so and I think Steve Sarkisian has also been a potential target for the Cowboys. I really, one guy I really did want for a head coaching position was Mike Vrabel, but I think he'll do just fine in New England. That's where he played. I guess
I still think it's just crazy that they let Mayo go like that, though.
Yeah, I agree with that. They let him go too early.
I still stand by the fact that a head coach can't go in and. It's very rare. I mean, obviously it happened. Like Dan Quinn did it, but it's very rare for a coach to go in year one and make a huge amount of changes because there's already contracts in place. There's already stuff happening. You have to give him time to make the team what he wanted to make it, what his vision is. And there's multiple teams this year that fired coaches after 1 year. That's crazy to me. Shit, the Raiders not only fired their first year head coach, they fired their first year GM too. It's like, what the fuck is going on here?
That franchise is a huge. Al Davis, whatever Davis is there nowadays.
They're literally, like I said, once they hire their new coach, they're paying 4 coaches right now because
exactly
when the coach gets fired, their contract still gets paid. So they're literally going to be paying 4 head coaches.
Right, because they're still paying O'Connell, they're still paying Gruden. And then they're still paying whoever the guy is in between Gruden and O'Connell.
It's crazy that they're like talking about that shit.
Yeah. Adam Peters.
Boys.
Deuce, I did forget to ask you one thing when we're talking about the Eagles. Do you agree with them benching Saquon week 18? He was 100 short of his record.
Hell no.
I said the same shit, bro.
That's a 40-year record, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
I get it's a team sport. I get what the end game goal is. I get all that shit. But you
all preserve his body.
They try to paint it as if it's just Saquon's record. That's not just Saquon's record, bro.
It's a league record.
You're bugging. This could all go to shit next week against the fucking Rams. We could go home against the Rams and have nothing to show for it this entire season. When that's something you could hang, the whole team could hang their hat on for the rest of their fucking lives, being able to pull that.
Because he can't do it by himself.
No, fuck no. And it's not even just the O-line. It's not even just that. It takes the entire fucking team to pull that type of fucking thing off. So, I don't know. I get that, let's save ourselves from injury. You know what I really wanted? I really, really, really wanted? Gainwell and Shipley to fake injuries in that fucking third quarter.
So they had to force him to get in.
Make a cramp.
Force him in the game.
Set it out. Give that boy. As players, they should have all had a meeting and just been like, all right, we're gonna get ourselves to a situation where we can kind of do this. Give this boy a chance to fucking go for it. Fake a fucking cramp, and the coaches are gonna know you're faking. So the fuck what? Now what? Now what you gonna do, coach? We're all standing up for Saquon to give him a chance to go ahead and go for it, bro. And what? And I thought that would have
That's
been
my thing. Is like,
bro, if they would have imagined that, bro, it would have been a movie moment, bro. They would have fucking made a fucking biopic about that singular fucking like seriously. They could have made history on multiple occasions. I'm sitting there watching this shit like I really can't believe we're just like pretending like, oh, we could just try for it next year. He could have easily broke that record. He was already a nice guy all fucking year.
He would have done it. He would have done it within the first quarter.
Bro, easy. Imagine
that's what I'm saying.
How many games did he sit down where we had a blowout? It was he sat down full quarter.
Literally towards the beginning of the season, there was that one clip of him saying, "Oh, they were like, you want to go in there and get your career high rushing yards? Nah, let the young boys eat." Like yeah.
So no, like and that's what everybody was saying. Oh, well, they were like, no, Saquon's fine. Saquon's fine with not going for it. I was like, no, Saquon's professional, and he's supposed to be fine with not going for it. He's supposed to be in the eyes. He's supposed to be totally okay with whatever coach says. He goes home at night and has to talk to his wife. They're talking about it. He probably really wants to fucking go for it. So for us fans in the chat and all these comments and shit saying, fuck this, let that man go for it. And everybody's saying, no, he's fine. Fuck that, bro. We're supposed to be vocal because he can't be vocal. He's not.
Yeah, because if he's vocal, because
I will say this though.
In trouble.
I will say this: his mouth said that, but his face did not say. He could not hide the fact that he was pissed. His words said it, but you could tell. It's like, nah, man. Because that's like, and then Eric Dickerson saying, well, he had an extra game, but he had less attempts than you, dog. Regardless of how he had to have 5 extra games. He still was going to beat your record with less attempts.
You know what? I think that's what some of that slide had to do with it, too. It was almost that slide was like a smack in the face to everybody that was like, you probably couldn't have done it.
Yeah.
I could have done it. That was basically him saying, I could have done it and then some.
Yeah, exactly. Take the average amount of yards he was getting and put the same amount of attempts with Eric Dickerson, and he was going to crush his record.
Only person that would have been fucking close to even touching that type of fucking productivity would have been OJ, bro. And OJ got washed out of books. So let's be real.
Facts.
Oh.
All right, E. Want to hit Skull Chant one last time this season?
Skull Chant of the season, man. I'm going to start off this segment with this.
Hey, you haven't played it in years. Why can't I be quarterback, huh?
You're right. Let's see what you got. Hit me. I'm open.
Hi.
That's why. Now sit down and shut up.
The fire scene, bro.
That's what my man did. At the end of the day, I mean, it wasn't. I'm not even just talking about this game. Obviously, when the big game with the Lions, we were fighting for the number 1 seed in the bye. He missed 4 wide. Here's my thing, and this is what I said too. Not only did he miss 4 touchdown throws, but he missed Justin Jefferson. You know how bad a throw's gonna be with a guy who can fucking jump into a front flip and catch the bitch one hand? Like, you know what I mean? Like, this man can make shit happen out of nowhere, and you can't even get it to him. That was in the Lions game. This game, yes, he got sacked 9 times, so our offensive line was trash. Obviously, Brian O'Neill went down, which was the only good lineman we had left. He went down. So, I mean, yeah. Did the offensive line help the situation? Absolutely not. Definitely made it worse. But he just doesn't know how to let go of the ball. There was an instance late in the game, bro. It was fucking – he ran back and was holding the ball. Like, if you threw the ball away, it would be 3rd and 10. Bitch, you just stood there. There was obviously nothing fucking happening. You were out of the pocket. You didn't take a sack. That's like 3rd and fucking 19. For what? Like, just get rid of the goddamn ball, bro.
Yeah, you know,
and it's like,
bro, I fucking was crying laughing. All it said was, legend has it, Sam Darnold still's holding the ball to this day.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking true. And that's the thing. And that's what's so crazy to me. Every other game this season, he's been able to get the ball out. He makes smart decisions early. Wasn't throwing interceptions. Like, he was playing good ball. And then when the big moments came, he just couldn't deliver. And that's what I told y'all that at the beginning of the year. I was scared of that. how's he going to react to the big moments? Because he hasn't had that in his career. And that goes to show. So now you went from people saying, oh, my God, where's he going to go? He's going to get paid this offseason. Where is he going to go? Is he going to stay there? Is he going to do this? No, now he's not going to get paid shit because who cares what you do in the regular season? You had 2 big games back-to-back, and we got fucking destroyed both games.
So
by
is
the
it
same 2 teams that beat us?
Coincidence?
We lost to the same 2 teams 4 times. That's all. We didn't get beat by anybody else all season. Same 2 teams. That's crazy. And if you look at it, beginning of the season, the fucking Lions game was a 1-score game, was within 2 points.
Yeah.
The Rams game came down to the wire with that missed face mask. But these last 2, the same fucking teams again, we got fucking destroyed. Now, with that being said, there's one analysis was saying that Sam Darnold was the actual 4th or 5th reason why we lost. It was actually a bunch of other things. And he actually said that he thinks that Kevin O'Connell got out-coached this game, which is crazy because obviously he's been having a crazy good year coach-wise. But I will play one clip that I found, and it just shows that the culture that the locker room had and how emotional that, how they built a family. And I think that's one thing that's important for my team is that Kevin O'Connell makes a very good culture wherever he goes. You can tell by the way he talks to the other team at the end of the games. He's a supportive kind of guy. But just to watch this, and the biggest thing here is Harrison Smith's coming to the end of the season, and the way he gets teared up in this video makes me think he might be hanging the cleats up, and that sucks for us because he's a crazy good safety. But he's actually
jersey, right?
Huh?
Is he on one of your jerseys? He's your next jersey, right?
Yeah, that's who I wanted to get next. But yeah, you could tell. But the way because he doesn't really show emotion in most of his interviews, the way he got, I want to say he might be hanging it up. That sucks.
I prefer not to have him on camera, but when you've played as long as I have, you don't feel great every day. But playing, especially this year in this defense, was some of the most fun I've had.
Got some amazing guys in this building, and it just, sucks that was our last day. Like, today was our last day, all being together, and, we didn't do enough to win, and that's what happened in this league.
I've never had a connection like, this in a locker room before. And
it sucks. It's not good at all.
It was a brotherhood, and that's what's special. I think that's the biggest part that kind of affects me, just because we're all so tight, all so close, and the hard work we put in just came to win just like that.
That's what sucks about this, and that's what pulls on the heartstrings a little bit.
The emotions are definitely high, and just like I said, just the team chemistry that we had with this team is like no other.
Sad for my brother, sad for how it went down, because we played our butts off this whole year. The teams change year after year, so like you said, it is a true brotherhood in this locker room, and to know some guys may not be back, you feel it. So it's the closest team I've been on, and I love these guys.
It was just cool to see that because, you know what I mean? Like, everybody talked about how close the team was. And you could tell all year round, like the post-game interviews that they showed and how they reacted to Sam Darnold, like in the week before the Lions game, like how they were throwing the water, having fun. Like, they just had fun all year round. It definitely was everybody's emotions were high. But did y'all notice like how Harrison Smith? I just feel like that's him saying like, I don't know if I'm gonna be back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that sucks. Like I said, because I think he's one of the best safeties we've had, if not the best safety we've had. So I really like him as a player. So it did suck to see that. But
I got a question.
Yeah, man.
I got a question relating to the Vikings, because I'm a man of science. You boys know this. Man of science. I think I come from a different timeline. There might have been a Mandela effect that happened. But I remember Sam Darnold being a full fucking ginger, red hair. I said this to my wife.
He is ginger.
She pulls up a picture of this man, and he doesn't have red hair. He only has a red mustache.
He is strawberry blonde.
And then he says, "Oh, he's strawberry blonde." I said, "I don't care what flavor the guy is."
You cannot call men flavor.
You cannot call men flavor. Or not call a man on the flavor by his hair color.
He said, I don't care what flavor it is.
First of all.
Oh, shit.
Hey, tell Tessa we miss. Tell Tessa I miss her.
Well, I have a messenger that you can still message.
That's true.
He said, I don't care what flavor the man is. He didn't have
Strawberry
hair at
blonde.
one point. He was a
Strawberry blonde.
So I don't know, man. If there's somebody out there that maybe comes from the same timeline as me, where that man had red hair, let me know that phone. That'd be great. And if I am,
hate you, yo. Oh man, that's funny as fuck.
Shit.
What do you think that? What do you think So what's going to be the big question? Obviously, the quarterback's going to be the big question going in the offseason. What else needs to happen for the Vikings going in the offseason?
I think that as much as I love Aaron Jones and the personality he brings, and like that, the way he had a love for playing for the team, he didn't perform this year. We had 0 to no running game majority of the year. You can't, and I said this earlier about another team, you can't be one-dimensional come playoff time. And I said, as much as Aaron Jones was great in his time, he's just not that guy anymore. Do I think I would love to have him back as a bat, like the 1-2 punch kind of shit where he just kind of comes off the bench. But we need somebody that's going to be a threat in the run game, especially because besides the last couple games, the last 2 games, really, our defense played great. We had that run game, it would be a different ball because we wouldn't have to rely on trying to get the ball to Justin Jefferson. Because right now, every team is doubling or tripling Justin Jefferson. It's just a fact. They've showed it every week. He's getting double, if not triple teamed. That's why Hawkinson and Addison have been having good years this year, because Jefferson he has to make shit happen.
now that I think about it, Jefferson also has a red beard and not red hair.
What?
Yeah.
What are you saying, bro?
In that clip he did.
Adam? Yeah, no.
He really did though. It's like kind of like
That's
reddish.
crazy. Deuce the scientist, bro.
Minnesota.
Call you Dr. Deuce.
I don't know, but I mean that it's just I don't see us. My thing at the end of the day is, like I said, you can't be good a regular season and the big moments choke. If we bring Sam Darnold back, I don't think that he should be the starter, because you can't build off that. You can't build off somebody that's as good until the moment comes down to what you need to win.
Especially after this weekend. Go ahead.
I think this year showed that the fucking running back position needs to be valued a little bit higher. I think that it creates a whole different fucking avenue of weapons. It opens up your weapons that are already there. We're just so sold on these explosive fucking plays that everybody fucking just forgot about the running back. It's not that the running back lost value. Motherfuckers just forgot about it.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like when there's a good scheme, when you're top wide receiver, like I said, Justin Jefferson was double or triple teamed almost every fucking play. You shut that shit down. Yeah, like I said, we had other guys that could do shit, but you imagine having a running game where they have to respect the running game and bring people in the box. They can't double Jefferson every fucking play. But we never had that. We had a couple games where Aaron Jones did all right, but we didn't have an explosive running back at all. Cam Akers, we let him go for a reason and brought him back, so we had no choice. And I said Aaron Jones is a great guy, and he was great in his prime, but he's not that guy now.
He's washed.
It's like we need to find a way to get us either whether we draft and we try and go that route or free agent, whatever.
Imagine getting Montgomery. Imagine trading for Montgomery. Stays in the NFC North.
But
that would be a crazy
that's
pickup
a
if
big
you
no.
can land it.
They ain't gonna happen. They ain't gonna split up Sonic and Knuckles, man.
No.
There's too much
They ain't
chemistry.
gonna split. Yeah, they can't split that shit up, man.
I wonder who's. I'm gonna look up free agent running backs. I'm gonna look at that real quick.
I will play the clip that you sent. This shit was funny as hell, though.
Stafford's ignoring him now. He's just going to call the play. So I got a play clock I got to deal with.
He's doing the duck walk back to the
My man was on some weird ass fucking trying to get his cleat back on.
Yeah, trying to get his cleat back on. He just could not fucking get it. Let's see. I'm pulling up the running backs. Oh, so Jones is a free agent.
Yeah, we only signed him 1 year.
Let's see. Jalen Warren, Najee Harris. I bet they'll both go back to Pittsburgh. J.K. Dobbins. That could be.
He gets hurt. He's too hurt. He's too hurt.
That's true. You want
he
Nick
was
Chubb?
hurt in Baltimore.
Nick Chubb
If
can't
he
stay
if he was the Nick Chubb of fucking 7 years ago, yeah, absolutely, give me all day. But no.
Facts.
I think that we try to draft. Honestly,
Yeah, I would see it because I mean, looking at everybody on this list right here, nobody's like can be like a dominant unless you bring Alexander Madison, which y'all have been there, done that.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we've been there, done that. We tried to make him a starter, and it didn't happen.
Rico Dowdle. I mean, I doubt he's gonna go back to Dallas next year. He's gonna want too much money.
Not worth it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm thinking the Cowboys are gonna
We
go
gotta be really careful. We have a good salary cap this year.
Yeah,
but like I said, Justin Jefferson's contract gets bigger as the years go on. We gotta be careful. That's why I say draft and try to go through that route. So you get a couple of years of that rookie deal because we're gonna need to keep an eye on our salary cap depending on how we move.
Mm-hmm.
But another one thing I will say is that obviously if Brian Flores doesn't leave, which I hope he doesn't, but it's a good chance that he does. If he doesn't, I would like to see us get some bigger names on that defense because our defense was good with nobody. It was his scheming. Maybe add a 1 or 2 like stars in the secondary. Let's get somebody back that actually can do something, not some washed up players. Like I said, Gilmore fucking 5 years ago, absolutely would love that had him, but we got him when it didn't really matter. He's not that guy.
I was gonna say y'all's secondary was so during training camp was screwed. Hey, Squatchy, we appreciate you, bro. Absolutely.
But
yeah, y'all had so many injuries in the secondary during the Patrick Peterson was a huge one, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously we got him past his prime too, but he was good for building. He was a good mentor. He was good for building up the young guys that we had.
Right.
We have a very young secondary, but we have the vets that we bring are just past their prime. So she said, speaking of big names, Mike is coming to be commander.
Bullshit. That's crazy.
Other sports too, not just football.
Yeah, we usually begin the night with basketball, and then we move on to either baseball or hockey, depending on the time of year. Then recently we've been talking about college football. We'll kind of transition to college basketball since the playoff is coming to an end next week. And then, yeah, our bread and butter is basically the NFL, though. So, yeah, appreciate the support, brother. Do you? My last question to you: do you see Ben Johnson leaving the team more likely than Brian Flores getting hired on somewhere? No.
Honestly, no.
Brian Flores is more likely candidate.
Brian Flores just made so much out of nothing. And like I said, he's just a defensive genius. But my thing is, the only thing is he's had the head coach run and it didn't work out for him. So is he one of them guys that is just going to be a really good defensive coordinator and go down as one of the great defensive coordinators? Or will he try the head coaching spot one more time? Because I will say that from what I hear, him and Kevin O'Connell have a very good relationship. And they're opposites in their personality, so they work good. Like the iron fist and like the support, they have the different ways that they do things. So I think that they're a good 1-2 punch for us as far as coaching. Because obviously we know that KOC is the offensive coordinator. I mean, he's head coach, but he calls the plays. So I would love to see him stay and get some names to actually work with, but I wouldn't be surprised if he left. And I've heard people talk about it. I talked about this the previous year going into this year, there were people asking him, but he stayed one more year.
It's the same with Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn did the same thing before the last season ended. He stuck around one more year, and then opportunity came up, and he took the opportunity in Washington. Yeah, I know he does. But he also loves playing in Dallas.
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
Anything you got, E, for Skull Chan? Oh, you said you were keeping it, but we ended up going.
I was gonna keep. Yeah, I was gonna just come in and be negative, but at the end of the day, my team had a lot of good things that happened through the year. Just disappointing in the big moments. We shit the bed both weeks. It was just leaves a bad taste in your mouth to fucking sit with all season.
Facts.
But at the same time, like I said, I did see a lot of good things. A lot of young guys that played good. A lot of good coaching. I wouldn't mind, like I said, having Sam Darnold to be there as a mentor / as a backup. I just don't see. I don't want him as a starter next year. I'd rather have a bad year with getting a young guy some experience and build him than go with Darnold again so he can lose in the big moments. But
indeed.
But y'all know I wasn't really sold on Darnold all year.
Do you think this loss? Do you think this kind of downfall he had the last 2 games? Do you think it kind of, ruins his chance of giving a starting spot next year?
I think it's going to hurt, especially for a payday. Because if he ended the season the way he was playing leading up to it, it'd been a whole different conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But he kind of shot himself in the foot with that because, like I said, nobody cares how good you are in the regular season. It's the playoffs that matter. It's the big moments that matter, and he didn't perform. My man started seeing ghosts. That shit all over again. That shit was crazy. But
indeed, yeah.
At the end of the day, he did do good when for the majority of the season. I can't take that away from him. He had the best season of his career. Give him that 100%. I can't shit on that. But I will say that when the time counted, he wasn't there. So.
Indeed.
And we were the first 14-3 team not to win your division, and we got fucking booted the first round. So that was a great way to sock it to them, yeah. But yeah, outside of that, I'm done with Skull Chan, man.
Cool. Well, if you guys are hanging, yeah, absolutely. Well, for all y'all hanging out with us, we appreciate you spending your Wednesday evening with us. We got our buddy Deuce here. We appreciate you, man, stopping by for old time's sake. Representing his birds. Coach,
you know what? Yeah, go ahead. I'll let you finish that. I'm going to talk to Deuce so he can watch this and pay attention when we watch this.
Yeah. So make sure you're hitting that like button. Make sure you're subscribing to all of our channels, pretty much all social media pages. Make sure you're following us throughout our whole journey. We appreciate everybody interacting in the chat and in the community. It doesn't take us just to run this page. It takes all y'all. So we appreciate you guys. We got Deuce in here, our old friend, pulling up, representing his Bird gang. Coach feeling a little under the weather tonight, so he wasn't able to make it in. Ben's dealing with some personal stuff, so our thoughts go out to him. But Deuce, always a pleasure having you in here, man.
Oh, man.
Yes, sir. E, what you got, man?
Now, for the next segment, obviously it's not primetime picks really anymore. It's the playoff picks. But we're still going to play the same intro. I want you to focus on Matt on this intro and tell me what you see that's different. It's crazy because I noticed it a couple weeks ago. Now I can't unsee it. Why does he look like he's fucking 10 years younger, bro? He looks so fucking young.
Well, bro, he's a Cowboys fan. You understand the fucking season they just had? He's been through a lot.
That's right. You got that.
It was
right.
like 3 weeks ago. I said, Matt, why the fuck do you look so young, bro? You look like you aged 10 years.
I love it, man. Dude goes like this.
Comments like that, and I can't help you now.
Great.
Hope that couch is comfy, man.
He looks like he's like fucking like literally like you put 10 years on your life in fucking a month. Those clips were like from a month ago, like 2 months ago. Like, what the fuck happened, bro?
I tell you, man, it's a stress of this Cowboys challenge fight, man.
Oh man.
All right, we are at the divisional round. We'll let Deuce get into the picks as well. Starting Saturday, we got on the AFC side, we got the Houston Texans coming off a win against the LA Chargers, visiting our favorite team, the Kansas City Chiefs. Deuce, you want to go first?
I would love an upset here.
I think we all would.
You know what? I'm gonna go with my heart. I have nothing to lose on this one. I'm going with the upset.
Attaboy. Hey, who you got?
As much as I want to say it, man, I don't know. Fuck it, give me the upset. I fucking hate these motherfuckers, man. Just because I hate them. I think I went against them all season. They keep fucking winning anyway, but I just can't stand them, man.
Yeah, I mean, we all can't stand them, but it's just too. I mean, CJ Stroud can't play under pressure. Going into Arrowhead, playing that kind of environment. I think they already played. They played in Arrowhead this season already, and I think they got blown out. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's facts, Courtney. But nonetheless, I'll go Chiefs.
But
I'll go Chiefs. One more question for you. What is your biggest turn on?
Patrick Mahomes. You've been reading my Twitter, I think.
That's Matt. I
want myself into it. Never gets old. All right, Saturday night we got a really good matchup. Washington Commanders going up to Detroit to take on the Lions.
Oh man,
Upset too, bro. I really want this upset, and this is kind of like a fucking. This upset though, I want for fucking strategic reasons. I want this upset for strategic reasons. I don't want to fucking have to fucking beat the Lions to get to the bowl. I know it makes for a great fucking storyline. Fuck all that, bro. Give me the team we already beat. Let's get this shit washed up, bro. We outside. I would love Washington. You know what? Jaden Daniels. Let's go.
You know, this is probably one of the hardest games to pick because I would love to see the Commanders do it because obviously they had a turnaround year. I'd love to see Detroit do it because they've had a crazy fucking year. They've been dominant. It's a hard fucking decision because, as I said, it's either way. I like either one of them winning. But just for that storyline of that conference game, I want to see if the Commanders can do it. I'm gonna do the Commanders. I'm gonna. And I've been thinking about this shit all day, bro. I was like, I don't want to get asked. Who do I want to win?
You knew you were gonna get asked. We have to do it every show.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So I've been thinking about this shit because, like, a part of me wants the Lions to win because, like I said, it's been crazy to see what they've been able to do the last 2 years, especially this year, through the injuries, to still keep fucking winning and still being dominant. On the offensive side of the ball, they've had to outscore everybody because obviously their defense went from one of the top defenses to literally the bottom because of the injuries. But they still were able to pull it out. But just because I think that would be a crazy storybook conference, I'm gonna keep that.
All right, so I got two Commanders. Yeah, I mean, both these teams have had great stories all season long. You look at the Commanders, Dan Quinn's really just brought this team back to life, rejuvenated. They have a great rookie quarterback, Jaden Daniels. Lions, on the other hand, they've been fighting injuries on the defensive side, but they have depth for days on their defensive side. They have a 1-2 pack in Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. Jared Goff is playing really good ball. He has some great targets. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Sam Laporta, and Jameson Williams. But Detroit they played too tough at home, and there's no as much as great of a game as going to be. I see Detroit dominating this game. I don't see Washington be able to handle Detroit at home, so I go Detroit.
It's respectable. I think I can literally go either way.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be a good fucking game. I think it's either going to be a really close game or it's going to be
a blowout.
Bro, you can catch Amon-Ra on a fucking off day where he's too busy of writing down the names of cashiers that giving him the wrong change.
That's facts. All right, moving on to Sunday, we got Deuces Eagles hosting the LA Rams. We already know who Deuce is going with, so we'll make it easy. I think I'm going to go Eagles this game.
That's what you should do, man.
I've
No,
never
I don't
heard
pick the
you say
Eagles.
that.
Rams upset. Give me the Rams. Y'all going upsets all day. I'm going Rams upset. Never will I ever pick the Eagles, man. Give me the Rams. E, who you got? Plain and simple. No explanation.
I just
Rams
don't
house.
see the Rams being able to keep up with them. I mean, I will say obviously they have Stafford doing what he does because obviously he has the experience and he's calm in them big situations. They have a crazy good receiving core, so we can't say that they don't have a good receiving core. And obviously, one of your favorite running backs, he's been playing great. I just don't know if they have what it takes, though. I don't think it's going to be a dominant performance. I don't think it's going to be a game like we had last week where the Eagles blow them out. I think it's going to be a tough fall game, but I don't see the Rams being able to pull it off. So I'll go the Eagles.
This will be definitely a game where the Eagles will have to win. Like they'll have to like earn the win. I feel like
it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna be lopsided.
Our defense really is that with losing to Kobe Dean and just fucking having that whole entire change and shift that. So this is what I'm saying. If we do have a dominant performance on defense this game, it's a fucking wrap. It's a wrap. Mm-hmm.
Hey, see, Zach even says the Rams jersey's fire.
I hate the colors.
You do? Really? You like the OG colors?
Yeah, I'd rather have the old
like the one behind you.
Yeah, the navy and the gold. I like the old uniforms better. I don't like the fucking bright ass highlighter on
You
the
like the yellow
blue highlighter. I just don't.
Crazy,
I don't like
crazy.
it.
All right, and then moving on to arguably probably the game of the weekend, if it's not going to be Commanders Lions. We got Baltimore visiting Buffalo, and I mean
That's gonna be a
this is
crazy
just
game.
crazy. This is just a tale of two MVP caliber quarterbacks. You got Derrick Henry, who's playing just lights out. You got a Ravens defense who is playing elite as well. Who you got, man?
Got the Ravens. I feel like obviously they've already shown that they could literally put belt to ass. They beat the shit out of them early in the season, but I think that obviously you're facing a different Bills team, so I don't think it's going to be the same outcome where it's going to be a lopsided. But honestly, I see that, and I see this too, because of the back and forth for MVP. Whoever wins this game will get MVP. If Josh Allen happens to pull it off, he'll get it. Just because they're going to say, well, when they were head to head, this is what happened. They don't like to put in everybody else, every other aspect of the game. The story's going to be those two. I guarantee it's not going to be talking about nobody else.
Hey, that's crazy. That's crazy. Dudes, who you got, man?
Yeah, it's that game where it's like, damn, it's a shame somebody got to go home so soon. I don't know, man. I guess I kind of edge Baltimore. So I'm just going to go Baltimore. I think it's going to be a fucking crazy game. I think it's a coin flip, and it's really going to come down to who the fuck shows up that night, bro.
Now, I will say that the winner of this game, I think, will go to the Super Bowl. That's my hot take. Punches their ticket.
Has anybody seen anything? Is Zay Flowers coming back?
I think
I would hope so. I mean, they didn't really need it against Pittsburgh because they had Rashad Bateman. Rashad Bateman, he's been popping off this season when Zay is in there. But nonetheless, I'm also going to go Baltimore. I'm kind of just sick of Bills Mafia, and I'm sick of hearing Josh Allen deserves MVP when he doesn't. You've heard my arguments all season long where he doesn't have good wide receivers to throw to.
Flowers did on Wednesday and has an outside chance to play on Sunday.
Yeah, that's why I just saw that too. I was just looking. That's what I was reading.
I don't know, man. I think
Harbaugh said he's 50-50 at the press conference.
Okay. Nonetheless, though, I think Derrick Henry is just gonna take care of this Ravens offense. And you have Lamar who has legs as well. So I think that shouldn't be a problem for take down this Bills defense. So I'll take Baltimore. It's going to be a great game. It's going to be a tight game. I think it will come down to the wire and Baltimore win it.
Watch that game go into overtime.
That would be crazy.
It could possibly do that.
I mean, this might be one of the highest rated like playoff games like in a long time.
Yeah.
In terms of views on TV. So I'm looking forward to that. I know coach is looking forward to that game as well. But yeah, so that is our playoff picks. Boys, got anything else before we wrap it up? Or we're keeping it short tonight. I thought we were gonna keep it shorter, but we're just at 3 hours now.
At least it's not 4.5 like last week.
I know, right? Oh, throw back to when we had a Deuce remembers this when we had a time frame.
Oh my god.
Yeah. We don't have that anymore though. We try and then shit just gets out of hand and it's 4 hours there. So like last night like almost midnight. It's like fuck.
Yeah.
Had that big wig high production shit going on.
Courtney is.
I would love to see both birds to get their feathers plucked this weekend.
Rude. You know what? I take my fucking pick back, Courtney. Fuck it.
That's crazy. But nonetheless, we appreciate you guys spending your Wednesday evening with us. Make sure you're hitting your like button. Make sure you're subscribing to all of our channels. Following us on all of our pages. Who knows if TikTok's actually going down over the weekend?
Yeah, apparently only got a couple more days left.
I'll see it when I believe. I'll believe it when I see it. I don't think it's going anywhere. I think we'll be just fine. I think we'll be here. We'll be on TikTok. Be scrolling through TikTok next week just fine.
She said no take back.
Take backsies. But next week we'll go back to our normal time, Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Try to keep it short. We'll highlight. We'll do our usual. We'll talk about NBA. We'll hopefully have Coach and Ben back as usual. Talk about all these crazy playoff matches coming up this weekend in divisional, and well, of course we'll have to highlight the college football championship as well, happening Monday night. So that's gonna be a great Ohio State Notre Dame. It's gonna be a great game. So, boys, if you got nothing else, Deuce, we appreciate you, brother. Always good to have you in here.
You all ready, bro?
Absolutely. Other than that, y'all be good to people. If you can, do something good for the people in LA. Say a prayer, keep them in your thoughts. Obviously, we're not trying to sponsor anything, but if you can donate to the Red Cross, help those people out in LA, man. Do what you can to help them out. It's tragic what's going on out there. Other than that, y'all be good. Have a great rest of your week. Looking forward to some good football this weekend, and be good to people.